get started, if you know anyone who wants to join a Geomeric game, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them. They can check out all my socials over at geomeric.com, where you can also see that there's tickets available for a one-shot this coming Thursday, which is Uni and the Hunt for the Lost Orn. And that's on Thursday, November 21st. Go check that out. I also do GM tip videos and archives of all my sessions over on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Go check those out. If you do watch those, do hit the thumbs up button. It does help me out. Also on the website, I have iris magnets for holiday iris. I guarantee that if you put one of these magnets on your fridge, you will not see any rust monsters in your house. Guaranteed. In addition to that, we have the clip contest currently going on. If you guys have a moment from a session you like, throw a timestamp or a video clip into the clip contest channel. You'll be automatically entered to win one of these pixel dice that light up. They're Bluetooth enabled, and they're going to be able to be rolled into Roll20 using a add-on that allows you to roll physical dice and roll the results go into Roll20. It's really cool. So check that out. The clip contest will be going on, and the drawing will happen at the end of the month. You guys came to play some D&D? Let's get you guys started, because we've got a lot to cover today. So much to cover. You guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Most recently, you are here in Nausea, where you have come after fulfilling a goddess's wish to have the moonstones returned to Vakrud and the Temple of Anwa. After the completion of the mission, you teleported here to Nausea and did a lot of shopping last week.
A lot of selling, to be fair. A lot of selling.
Selling, yes. Mostly selling. Glad you could make it, Aimer.
With, phone things and stuff.
Yeah. But after having sold many, many goods and made a ton of gold coins come into your pockets, you guys were about to start working on your next course of action. And we wanted to allow Echo Rex the opportunity to either do some shopping or decide what he wanted to do. So, that's where we're going to start off. Echo Rex, as you find yourself here in this lovely port town with significant amount of coinage flowing amongst the party, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm caught up. Whatever the group is ready for, are we getting ready for the raid on Bourbon, or we have some more?
There's a lot of
more things we need to do before.
There's a lot of prep work I need to do.
It's not that much prep. We just teleport in and start shooting.
No, it's a lot of prep. There's a lot of work that needs to be done to weaken the place.
More arrows?
Kill this guy in 3 rounds.
The Echo Rex style of anything. Anyways, I started blasting.
Well, it's just,
That's
yeah,
right.
there's... As strong as we are, there is an entire army, and I feel that these demons aren't going to be the kind that are so kind as to wait in the other room while we kill everyone in the first room, while they hear the screams of their their allies.
That was pretty polite.
I know it's alarming how often that happens, but these have a pretty fell intelligence behind them, so there is a lot of work that needs to be done. Alternatively, I mean, Echo, I know that magic of yours, the wish spell. Could you, I don't know, wish every demon in the castle to be standing in a 60-foot area?
Yeah, but there's a high chance that'll be the last wish I ever cast.
Then please, short of that, then let me do my work. It'll make
what we need. We need a scroll of the comet. Is what we need.
Well, we talked to Judith, and she said there is
one. Yes.
There is one in some place somewhere to the south.
It was in Fort Folly, being worshipped by dragons.
Get it. Let's go get it.
I don't even know what a scroll of the comet is. What is it?
You want to go to Fort Folly? That's under assault by an ancient red dragon and fight a bunch of other dragons to get a scroll. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not necessarily against doing crazy things. This is me. But
I mean,
that might
It
be a
sounds
much.
well, you'd have
accurate.
some bragging. You'd have some bragging rights if you came away with it, wouldn't you?
I mean, we got the Eye of Amaria Rosie fighting 1,000,000 dragons. We have plenty of bragging rights. Like, I have.
That's true. That's true. I mean, we do have some bragging rights.
Listen,
What-
I'm not
What
against.
is this? What is a scroll of the comet?
Imagine it's a scroll that allows you to obliterate something with a comet.
So black materia.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Anything up to a mile away, you must be outdoors to cast it. But it leaves a crater that's 50 feet deep, 500-foot radius. And any creature inside the radius has to do a DC 20 Dex check or saving throw, or it takes 30 D10 force damage, or half as
So you
much
just-
on a success.
Just like drop down Cervantes' place.
I
So
mean,
I thought
and I
we were
think it
trying to
does-
rescue Bourbon, the people of Bourbon, not just lay waste to it and salt the earth so that nothing may ever grow there again.
Well,
yeah, I tried
actually,
that.
I don't
Almost
wanna use it.
nuance.
I want to talk you guys into getting it like we're going to use it in Bourbon, but I really want to use it on the McCain
I-
brothers.
oh, I was thinking Vagradan. He's a big target. It would be hard to miss him with that thing.
Well, that's true. It'd be hard to miss him with that thing. That's another. You're right.
I mean,
Echo's
here's,
got his list in his back pocket.
here's the
McCain
thing,
brothers.
though. A scroll of comet, you'll blow up their boat. You know what I mean? Like, but a scroll of comet probably wouldn't kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it does it's really for siege. It's a siege weapon. I mean, it's supposed to do extra damage for on structures
Yeah,
and that
I
kind of
mean,
thing. So it's
the-
made for
Yeah.
assaulting the
Yeah.
castle.
Yeah, the Roman king
Yeah.
used them against Corlin.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and that's why it says 50 foot deep and 500 feet radius, because it's not so much the damage as just
The area.
The area, yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to have to use some common sense.
Yes.
I mean, that does sound like a powerful weapon, and I'm not opposed to getting it at all. And shoot, more dragon breath glands is always useful.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to Jimmy to see if Jimmy can do anything with the acid we have.
Oh, that centipede acid. I mean, he'd
Yeah.
be the person to ask.
Yeah.
I still think it's just normal acid, but I mean, yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask.
I mean, it might just be normal acid. I mean, that's why I'm gonna go ask the
Maybe you can throw out the dragon we're gonna go kill.
I think
you know,
Vagradan's immune to acid.
I mean, he might be.
What about the red one?
Oh, the red one probably not.
Yeah.
If we go try to fight that for a scroll of comet.
It doesn't hurt to go talk to the potion makers. Oh my god, I forgot their last names.
Jimmy, Farboiler?
Farboiler, there we go. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't remember his last name either. I never bothered to ask.
The pyromaniac.
So
Well,
here's a
does Barbara have a
consideration.
last name?
Let's say that we get a dozen scrolls of Comet, and we're able to just saunter into Barbon and just lay waste in massive craters to anything that dares oppose us. Is that going to achieve our goals?
Well, no, I wouldn't let you use Comet in the city. I'm using it, or I would ask that you use it on Vagradan. I mean, one, I guess, would probably just hit everything in the castle, which I guess would be mostly fine.
Single target, we could probably do more damage than the scroll could, to a single target.
Yeah, the scroll would just be good for.
I mean, it
throwing
averages
forward.
like 150 hit points. It's just it
Well,
averages
I just
150 hit points on everything within
I
500.
well, no, mostly I just think out of character. I just think the image of,
Yeah.
us starting our attack on Vagradan with a giant fuck off meteor would be really cool. that's literally the only. It's not statistically the best tactical option, because I think like Ricard and Aimer could probably outdamage that pretty easy, but it's just
It's a
cool.
pretty good middle finger, right?
Well, yeah, it's just a great way to start. Like, for the stories, when
Maybe
people
we'll
tell
throw
it,
a
like,
building at him. Let's
Yeah.
find a way that we can throw a building at him.
that would be freaking rad. But yeah, Rose just looks at testing and just says, no, the Scroll of Comet, I wouldn't let it be used in the city. I guess maybe if we only attack the castle, But then
That's what I was thinking, though.
that would be leveling the castle that I plan on living in, so I'd prefer not to.
Yeah, that's the difficulty.
Nah.
When it came to Ricard, he had an established power structure, reputation, and the throne was basically willingly handed over, versus an entire paradigm shift where you have a country that's functionally ruled by the infernal and the abyssal with some degenerates at the top. And just taking those out is going to just shift the command structure up a few notches.
Oh
How,
no,
how, how do we
that's
plan to rescue a nation
well, it's not a nation; it's a city.
or city? How do we plan to rescue a city with, even if we walked in with potions of absolute invincibility and we just we stuck an energy drink in Aimer and threw him into every room? What next?
Well, that is what I'm working on, actually. There's a reason. She points to her feet. There's a reason why my shadow isn't here. I would be in charge of the city. There would be the slow. I mean, if you want the honest answer, I'm going to do a slow and steady purging of the city. I'm going to find the Cervantes. The people who work for Cervantes. I'm going to give them the offer to work for me. The ones that do, the ones I end up liking, I'll spare. The ones who I feel are unfit, I will kill over the course of time.
Okay, but you
And
can't
I'm
do that.
replacing the leadership of the city with people I trust.
Okay, but you're going to need a full-on occupying force for that to happen. You're going to need a literal army.
Yeah? She smiles.
President just looks around, looks over at Aimer and Ricard. I mean, they're impressive, but
She shrugs. Like I said, I have plans. I'm working on it.
There could be something because
give me-
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna make a joke. Go ahead, Lynn.
Well, yeah. I mean, Brendan wouldn't understand any of this, but possibly because it sounded like at first maybe we would use this as a siege weapon, but then we don't want to just like lay waste. But if you're using it against a dragon, there's always the possibility of using it to ground it. And I don't know what you would do after that or what could be done with such a powerful dragon, but if you could use 1, 2, 3 of those to get it out of the air, and we had some other plans based around that, it could be something to consider.
That's actually a good point. If we can use the comet to cripple one of Vagradan's wings. Eric, out of character, Vagradan does have like a huge pair of wings. He's not like a
does.
Eastern Golden Dragon where he just noodles across the sky, right?
He has wings as well as noodling.
Yeah. Well, I know he's also noodle shaped, but
Yes. But he does have wings. Yes, sir.
he does have wings. So I
And-
mean,
and
presumably, and they do flap when he flies. So
They do.
presumably, he needs to flap his wings to fly. So. Yeah, Rose looks at the others and just says, maybe that could be. That's actually a good point, Brendan. Maybe we could use the comet to ground Vagradan. That would certainly make
Right.
trying to fight him much easier.
there is also the element that, from what we know of what Vagradan's doing, he's gathering minions, he's subjugating people, and when you have subjugation, you will have people who turn over to the stronger side just out of self-preservation. So we do have to recognize that our fight with Vagradan is not going to be with Vagradan alone. So something that can at least clear a massive area of any
Yeah,
minions or
that's true.
fodder that he has gathered.
Yep, Rose.
That's true,
Rose,
too.
Rose, like he crosses her arms and nods. That does make sense.
We should know. So what we were told before about the scroll of comet was that also it was rumor. We do
Yeah,
not
it was
have.
just a
I
rumor.
guess. Well, I mean, we could technically use the Eye of Kydron, I suppose, but
I
everything
already,
else would.
I already used it for today, spying on the king.
Or you just get a really fancy scroll case and claim to have it.
I mean, I'm not
Because
against a good bluff.
how you would engage with enemies that you think have a scroll of comet is very different from how you would engage with, say, a band of adventurers. Well,
Well, if I remember correctly, Judith is the one who told us about the Comet scroll.
Yeah, Judas knows everything.
No, she doesn't.
She
I
just knows
love
everything.
Brennan's opinion
In
of her.
Brennan's world, she's like omnipotent.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it really does seem like every time we have a question, we kind of go to Jude.
She does a lot, but not everything.
It's great. You know, we pop in, get some cool gear. You know, and
I
she's
don't know
really
if you-
nice, and it smells like
I don't know
cinnamon
if
in
you've
there.
noticed. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed. She knows everything unless it's something the DM don't want us to know. That's what she doesn't know.
There's other things she doesn't know.
But yeah. I mean, I suppose she'd be the one to ask. And if we're gonna go, I mean, Far Boilers is right next door, so.
If we're gonna go, in search of a magic device or something, I'd really like to give the bracers of the Whistling Birds another shot.
Really want to?
I know we didn't do well last time, but I think we
really want to kill them, don't you?
Yeah, I don't like those guys, but to be honest, Echo really wants those bracers. I mean, in his mind, in the right hands, they're potentially the most powerful weapon in all of Tovoa.
Really?
Yeah,
What do they do? They
but
just.
that's in his mind, I guess. That's just from what he remembers from Amarazi. Of all the things Amarazi had, he pretty much gave away his hoard, unlike most gold dragons. But that's one of the things he kept, and I think it was there when he died and was pillaged later.
Correct.
But but yeah, what do we need to prepare for? What do we, are there other artifacts we need to go get? You think they'll help us on this?
I can't think of anything.
Not satisfied to go in unless you have 99 elixirs.
I mean, I'd like to be a little more prep, but I mostly need information and the like here.
That's a big one. Something. I mean, I suppose we could start working on some other groundwork. My clone is having trouble with something Bourbon has wards, citywide wards, and they have these stones that let you pass through the wards. Normally, those wards aren't up, but if something were to happen, those wards will go up, and it'll quadrant off the city, and make traveling through the city very difficult. What I would like to do is, Echo, I don't know anything about magic. Do you think it would be possible if you got your hands on one of these keys? Could you make a copy?
Oh, that's a pretty good. Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance I could.
That
That may be expensive as hell, but there's a decent chance I could.
That is probably one of my next goals that I want to achieve. I'm working with other people in Bourbon who are gathering information, I guess is the best to say, laying the groundwork, identifying weaknesses, getting their hands on important things. But that ward key is probably is something that I think I'm gonna have to do personally, and I would like all of your help to do it if we can. So that or the Eye of Kydron, or not the Eye of Kydron, the Scroll of Comet, I believe would be our next goals.
Okay. Let's find a place to rest for the evening. Let's take a rest, and maybe we can spy on the Scroll of Comet, see where one is.
Well, actually, I do need to talk to Farboiler fast, because one, I need to buy a barrel, and two, I need to get some potions that I forgot about, because I was so wrapped up with stalking the king.
Okay.
Yeah. Amer wants to talk to him too about the acid, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk to Jimmy. I also need to do a little bit of shopping.
Yeah. Well, let's go talk to Farboiler and Judith.
Sure. As you guys pass by Farboiler's old shop, you will find your way to Farboiler's Honey Hole. As you guys walk in, you are greeted by a cheerful little voice. Hello. How can I help you? Oh, welcome back. Big spenders. What can I do for you today?
Well, I'd like to buy 1 potion of vitality.
Oh, of course. Right here. And she will get on a ladder, and climb up to a top shelf, and pull it down.
Make sure my prices are correct here on these. Okay. And then what do I have my inventory going?
That's 960 gold.
Yep, I have the list up too. Just wanted to make sure my math was right.
You do get that 10% discount, so that is going to be 850 gold? No, 870 gold, sorry.
I still have 4 unstable healing potions. I have 7 supreme.
You'll be fine. Who needs potions?
Me. I like to live. 2 of those. Can I get 2 more potions of heroism?
Of course. They're very popular.
They
Yeah.
are. They are. I love these things.
Are we going to Crazy Dragonland?
It's a possibility.
Okay, then I would like
Oh, look, a potion of possibility.
these lasts for an hour. Can I please get a handful? I'd like to get a fire resistance potion. And
That's where I was going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are 300 gold each.
yeah. So just out of curiosity, so the potions of resistance.
Yeah.
Is that I know that I want to say you said the psychic ones are more expensive, Eric. In the past?
Not for this group.
Okay. I want to make sure because there's weird things to hear and remember.
Right.
So-
Sometimes prices vary based off of the situation.
Okay.
And at the moment, potions of resistance are all 300 gold here at Farboiler's Honey Hole.
Resistance.
And unfortunately, they don't have those random crystals of resistance from the Sunday group.
Those are nice, but like random hurts sometimes when you want to be prepared.
Oh, I know, and it's great, isn't it?
I mean, not when you want to live, Eric. I enjoy gambling. Don't get me wrong, I really do. So I'm not too terribly worried about that. But
Right.
I like to, live dangerously sometimes. Okay, so I'm writing everything down. So I want a fire, lightning,
Okay.
Actually, I already have a necrotic. Never mind. Fire, lightning, radiant force, and psychic.
Okay.
And then I think that's my potion quota.
Excellent.
I'd also like to talk to Jimmy.
She goes, okay, you're not going to convince him to do something dangerous, are you?
No. I want him to take a look at some acid I acquired, and I want to see if it's any good for some of his,
Good stuff.
so for some of his unique crafting ideas.
Unique crafting ideas. Oh, you mean the... And she will mime explosions.
Yes. Amer gives 2 thumbs up and a big smile.
She smiles. One moment. Jimmy! Got people who want to see you! One moment. He'll be right up.
And now I see why Eric
Rose
has
is just
sound
laughing.
panels on the wall behind him.
I can see why they're married now.
After a couple moments, Jimmy comes out to the front.
Hi, Jimmy. It's good to see you, buddy.
Hello.
Hey, I had a question. We got
Yeah?
some acid from a crazy demon centipede thing.
Really?
Yeah,
That must
and
have been scary.
it did bite pretty hard. But I was curious if this is different than just regular acid or if it's special at all. And Amer will pull the 3 vials he has out.
Mommy tells me not to bite.
That is correct. You should not bite. But
Oh, these look very caustic. But There's nothing special about them. They're just acid.
It's not any stronger than any other acid or anything like that, really.
No. But you have a lot of it.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could turn any of this into like any of the other bombs you've made.
Oh. Of course.
Well, you give me a price, and I will give you some acid.
And he will look at his mother. I guess. She will nod. We'll do it for 500 gold pieces. He'll provide you with one of the Dragon Breath Grenade cores, and we'll place acid within it.
Excellent.
Would that just make it acid? Like guaranteed acid?
It's guaranteed acid Dragon's Breath Grenade.
Well, that's handy.
Yep, just one of those is perfectly fine for this. So, Aimer will hand over. Hold on, I gotta times this by 0.90. Aimer will hand over the gold, which is 2664
Yes, sir.
for everything. And yeah, he'll put a nice stack of gold. He'll be, it's just stacks. He just
Yep.
keeps reaching into his purse and it stacks up and stacks up and stacks up.
Finklet's going to look at all this gold and go, maybe tonight. She smiles. Tonight. And she will sweep it backwards behind the counter into a large box where it clatters. She is totally going to do a Scrooge McDuck tonight.
I like your style, Aimer says. And he looks over at Jimmy. He's like, I'll be at the consortium when you're done with your work if you just want to have it delivered there for me, please.
Oh, okay. We'll get it taken care of. And he takes the acid to the back. And we will gloss over the fact that it is delivered later.
Yeah, that's fine.
And go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, Eric,
Yes,
put
sir.
my potions that I'm interested in text. If you just want to rattle the prices off, I'll let you know which one
All
I
right.
actually pick up.
Superior. Okay, so potion of greater mana is 1,000 gold. Superior mana is 4,000 gold. Supreme mana doesn't exist. Nice try. Unstable healing potion is 2,000 gold. Greater mana potion. You already asked for that one.
Yep. Oh, sorry.
Potion of superior healing. Superior.
Superior healing's 450.
450. Someone remembers. A potion of
Fabulous. Up on my
heroism is 180, I believe we said.
Yep, they're at 180.
Okay. Invulnerability
Is
3840.
30.
3840 for invulnerability and greater invis.
3,840. Dang. Yeah.
Yep.
those
Greater
are-
Invis doesn't exist.
No, that one does not
Does it
exist. No.
Okay.
Aimer would have 800 of those.
Yeah.
Well,
I would never.
I have found a way. I have
Aimer
found a
would
way
have them
to.
in a beer hat in a
Yeah,
tube going to his mouth.
exactly.
Yes, you would.
I have found a way to cast that without concentration, though, which is cool.
How's that?
Blind everyone.
Well, I'm going to sneak it up on you there.
Okay.
Eric,
Okay,
I
so
did the
glyph-
same.
So the glyph,
Okay.
the glyph spell, glyph of warding.
Uh-huh.
You can't walk away from it, right? That's the whole thing, is you can't put it on an object and you can't move.
Right.
Well, I can cast it on the cobblestone at my feet, and it'll cast whatever spell that you ask it to
Yep.
do. So you just use Wish to cast Glyph of Warding on the cobblestone at your feet, and it'll be greater invisibility on whoever touches that cobblestone. And then
Or,
you
yeah,
touch the
or
cobblestone.
whatever settings you want on the glyph. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's
you can-
concentrationless.
But it's
yeah.
a wish. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a wish to do it, but
Mm-hmm.
you can do it.
Yeah, you
I
can.
mean, alternatively, or if you could prepare the area. Oh well, you're trying to do it like mid combat, so yeah.
Yeah, that gives you an action, and it's it's pretty quick, but yeah, it's pricey.
Yeah, it is.
I already have the potion of flying. Rose will.
But that
look
is a
at,
cool thing.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting his wife's name. Oh my goodness.
Finklet.
Finklet.
Yeah.
She looks at Finklet, and I know there are potions that make people stronger, like a giant.
Yes.
Which of those do you have?
Let's see. She has He has. Does she? She doesn't have the potions of strength.
I'm
Oh,
not
they
sure
don't
those-
have any potions of X strength?
I don't know if those actually exist outside of Baldur's Gate.
Let me find it real quick.
I mean, I know they're in all sorts of D&D stuff.
They were. I'm not sure if they're in 5th
Oh,
edition. 1 second.
Giant strength?
Yeah,
No,
giant. I'm
That's
literally
20
looking at it.
That's
D&D.
20. Oh, yes, I see. Dungeon Master got. Let's see. Potion
may be
of Giant
about 5.
Strength.
Potion of Giant Strength. Here we go. It's in the 2024 rules.
No. Oh yeah, no. It is 2014 does have it
Okay, 2014
under
does
the
have them?
basic rules. It's like it's buried, Eric.
Yeah, there it is. I found it.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So yeah, they would have 1 potion of Hill Giant Strength and 1 potion of the Frost Giant Strength. So 1 of each.
Okay.
And the Hill Giant Strength is going to be 1,000 gold, and the Frost Giant Strength is going to be 4,000 gold.
Okay. If I were able to get you Cloud Giant parts, would you be able to make a Cloud Giant potion?
They would be able to do it.
What parts do you need? Hopefully they're not, parts necessary to live.
They are necessary to live.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
I am just
Yes.
worried that I'm going to have to prepare the regeneration spell to grow back your livers after you drink so many magical potions. Do you know what goes into those things?
And I believe they've told me before they can't do key fuel potions. That's only an Ivrixian / secret knowledge kind of thing.
Ricard, the potions of speed are not available. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
know that.
Pretty much non-existent. Like you can find
I
them
wasn't
on
aware.
very rare occasion. Like it never hurts to ask because like
Right.
every once in a while Eric's like, I might have one, but
Right.
like it's like a 1 in 100 type of scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
And you can thank the previous campaign called the Teens of Toivoa because they would not start combat without everyone having one.
Okay, to be fair, that was before
Wow.
I joined. Okay,
Yes.
so don't blame me for that.
So it essentially broke the combat.
I was just asking if they were available. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they
Is
they are
everything else available
game-breaking.
though?
Yes, everything else is fine.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. How much were the heroism? It's
180.
I'm sorry, 180 each.
Yes, sir.
So 2 heroisms. Advantage was 50, I think, per
Yes,
advantage.
that's correct.
So, all right.
How much was the Hill Giant Strength potion, Eric?
The Hill Giant was 1,000 gold.
You
And they
buy
only have
arrows?
1.
Because if not,
Uh,
I'll buy it.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you can go ahead and buy it. I was
You
hoping
know,
for something a bit bigger.
It was more like in case of needing like some strength momentarily for carrying or something like that.
It lasts for an
I don't know.
hour.
It
Yeah,
lasts,
that's what I
yeah, it
mean.
lasts an hour.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Okay.
Just to have it.
Buy that for
You
a
know,
dollar.
It's. Well, what do I want to say here?
You have to say it right.
It's one of those.
Buy
Buy
that
that for a dollar.
Yeah. Thank you for your RoboCop fans.
Okay. Just making sure. I'm not
While they're
forgetting
just
anything.
hemorrhaging gold, Tessadinde steps up and says, I'd like those potions of emotional fortitude and calm emotions, pointing to a small keg of generic ale and a first date fancy bottle of red wine on the shelves.
And you will gain the ale for 1 gold, and the fancy bottle of wine. I have established that that bottle of wine is 500 gold, and you can blame Aimer for it.
Did I sell something?
Yeah.
Probably.
Uh-huh.
I don't know which
You know
one
what?
it
I'm just going to put that in my under my resources tab, 1 of 1, Aimer's fancy bottle of wine.
Okay.
He doesn't drink a lot of wine, so.
It is a very fancy bottle of wine.
And the last thing Rose is going to ask for is a potion of vitality if they have it.
They do.
Aim about 2 or about 1. Sorry.
How
Yep.
much are they?
Vitality.
They're 960 gold.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's with our 10% discount?
No, it's
No.
870 with the discount.
Oh no, I have to do math.
Use a calculator.
Multiply the total by 0.9.
Never.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah, well, or
Yeah.
subtract, 360 minus 36. Oh my god. You know what? I'm just gonna pay full price. The backer of this store. It comes back to me eventually. So,
All of that to not use a calculator.
that's what she's buying. So I'll add those to my sheet. So that's like 1,720 gold.
Okay.
So I'll subtract that. Oh, also, I need a barrel, like
Of course.
a big, like a normal big barrel. Do you have a spare one that you're not using anymore?
Of course. And she will roll out a barrel, and the barrel costs 2 gold pieces.
I don't know. I mean, I think you can barely afford that.
You lose 1 point for that one.
Yeah, well, the potions of advantage are convenient because that's how I've been making sure I don't keel over every time I use the eye, just because of a couple bad rolls. Okay, so I subtracted.
It beats the inspiration rolls a couple Fridays ago where they used all the inspirations across the entire party.
Oh yeah, that was nuts. So heroism. 2 add to backpack.
That'd be a fun item. A potion of inspiration, but you can only use it if no one in the party has an inspiration left.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
That is a fun idea. I like that concept.
All right. Rose, takes the barrel and she rolls it outside, and she just says, "Well, that's everything I needed."
Very well.
Eric, I put some stuff in there too.
Yes,
you want
sir.
me to deduct it?
Brennan, invisibility 3, set of resistance. Sure. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
President is hanging on to his money for the eventual bribes we're probably going to have to drop in Bourbon.
Potion of invisibility are 180 gold each, and depends on what resistance potions you wanted. Those are 300 gold each.
180. Yeah. I wanted to see if they had like a nice prepackaged one, but if not,
You want the prepackaged set?
yeah.
All right, so that's going to be fire, cold, lightning, thunder, acid, resistance. So that's 5 of them.
Okay.
And Brennan, you've been granted inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
I was thinking, instead of getting a staff of healing, we could get a cane of healing, which is just a cane flask loaded up with healing potions.
That'd be kind of fun. Better than
Yeah,
the way
but
that
change
Breezy
the staff,
handles
don't
the staff of healing. Whack!
What? She's an expert at it, But anyways, is that has everyone gotten what they needed? Because as if we're gonna talk.
All I need.
Yeah, I gotten everything I need as well.
Cool. Well, have a wonderful day. If there's anything else you think of, we're always here.
Good to know.
As you guys depart from Farboiler's honey hole, you're able to go out into the street on this delightful day. It's warm and comforting and crowded on the street today.
Rose is just very conspicuously rolling this big ass barrel down the road
Awesome.
as she follows everyone else.
So, I don't remember, Rose, the telepathic ring you have.
Mm-hmm.
We made a pair. We made a pair so that you could keep in touch with your simulacrum.
Oh yeah.
What was the DC on that? What was the cost of materials? I don't remember.
I don't remember. You're the one who
Eric,
made
what would
it.
Yeah, what would it cost to do that? Yeah, I didn't keep notes on what it cost to do that.
Or which one? I'm sorry?
The pair of rings that Rose has that let her. It's basically like a telepathy spell that link the 2 rings together.
It's sending stones.
Well, no, it's permanent. So they share each other's senses. And basically,
And Echo created them with a DC.
Oh,
roll
that's
on
right.
Enchanting.
It's-
I don't
Um,
remember what the cost was.
It was like 2,000 gold.
It was pretty expensive because
Yeah.
and it had a
what
pretty
was
high
the
because it's a telepathy spell and then some other stuff too. It was because they share senses and they can communicate with each other basically instantaneously, no matter where they are.
Right.
So like it's
What's the DC on that?
I think we set that as a 26. Is what I think what we had.
So Echo's going to pick up the materials. I think he wants to make another pair of rings,
All right. Cool.
and we'll try that later on today.
Sure.
Oh,
Now,
I didn't-
speaking of rings, I did pick up the materials for the rings required for warding bond, but I and another creature have to wear them for me to cast the spell.
Okay.
So I'll just put that. So just something to think about, like, who in the party would benefit most from that?
what does that do?
I take half your damage.
Oh, wow.
probably Rickard, to be honest. Because no offense, big guy, but you tend to get pretty fucked up.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
Yeah,
want
but
to
I mean-
transfer all that hurt onto Testu.
Yeah, Tester's going to fall quick if that.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
yeah, I
good
would-
point. I mean, wouldn't you lose concentration if you take a big enough hit?
Probably.
Huh.
So that's what I got these potions of invulnerability for. Does the potion of invulnerability stack with the warding bond, Testu? Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't had that much opportunity to mix magics like that.
So if I reduce the damage I take, it might reduce the damage you take.
Mhm.
Oh yes,
Uh,
I take half of the
No,
damage. that you
because
would have
I think it doesn't half your damage. It gives you resistance.
Right.
So it doesn't give you double resistance. Because if it just
Oh,
said
yeah,
half,
yeah.
half
Yeah, right.
damage, then the resistance could apply, but 2 resistances don't apply, which is
Yeah, so it wouldn't stack.
No.
Yeah.
I think it might be good for maybe Echo then. I would
Echo,
think.
Aimer, or Brennan. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Brandon
think Aimer might be a good
far away.
candidate as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely useful to have.
Well, I didn't think about it, but that's a good point. For Echo and Testadinidae, they're the most likely to probably go down in a fight if they share damage. It
Well, it's
probably
only
keep them
one
both
way.
up.
It's only
Oh,
one
is
way.
it? Okay.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a martyr-like spell, and we don't have to decide now, and we can always just take the ring off. The rings themselves aren't magical, so I can just take them off one person, put them on another.
Oh, and you can cast the spell, right? Okay, so it's
Yeah.
just the material component. Okay. Well, that's just good to know.
Aimer, does a 23 pierce you?
Yes. Aimer walking around the street at 23 would pierce him.
You take 1 point of damage.
Ow. What was that?
You look around, and the crowd around you is very dense. Can I get an insight or perception check, Aimer?
Insight or perception?
Your choice.
Well, they're both the same, so let's go insight.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw my D10 on that as well.
Sure.
So 27.
The 27, you look around, whoever just did that to you is not visible. Everyone around you seems to be very nonchalant and moving around normally. Can I get a Constitution saving throw, Aimer?
Did we see Aimer get hit by this?
Nope.
I think we're busy.
You guys are all
dumb
talking and everything, and this is
talking
a
talking
1
dumb
point
shit
of
goes
damage
away.
poke with a
So,
pin.
Is this a poison or poisoned effect?
This is not a poison or poison effect.
Okay. Wanted to ask. Is it a magical effect?
It is a magical effect.
Okay.
Let's just hope
Caught
it's not a
magical
needle.
tetanus.
14.
So, Aimer falls unconscious in the middle of the street.
Wow, that sounds like is it sprites or pixies that do that? Ooh.
And Brennan would just shrug and say, like, not again.
He hasn't been drinking. Or, Rose stops rolling the barrel, like, it's just making that,
Mhm.
loud noise on the cobblestone, like, she just stops. Aimer?
Is
Yeah,
he
she-
dead again?
I don't think so. she pokes him with her toe. Wake up.
He's breathing.
Oh dear. Rose will kneel down, and she will evaluate him in her expert medical opinion.
Okay.
I rolled a 25. Damn.
You find a small pinprick behind his left arm.
She checks to see if his amulet, the amulet of whatchamacallit,
Periapta protection against poison.
periapta protection against poison. Is he still wearing it?
He is, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
She'll slap him. Wake up.
He's not asleep. He does not wake up.
She- Okay, so she waits a moment as after slapping him. There's a big red handprint on his face.
You hit him hard. Okay.
Yeah, she slapped him hard.
Whack.
So, and then,
Roll
but
damage.
yeah, but no, that wasn't the damage yet. She waits a moment to see he doesn't wake up, and then she pulls back her fist.
Absolutely.
Just kidding. She's not gonna
Bludgeon him.
crater his skull in while he's unconscious.
Is it a poison effect?
No, it's
It
not
is
a
not a
poison.
poison effect.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rose
okay.
will just say no. He was pricked by something, but it's not poison. Otherwise, his
Yeah, sprites,
amulet would have stopped.
do that. Yeah, sprites will do that, and they can be invisible too, but it's usually poison that they use.
Rose looks at Testu. Is just, can you wake him up? It's some sort of effect.
Do some magic stuff.
Well, if it's not a poison, it's a curse. And Destinade is going to reach into his cloak, pull out a very shiny gem, which pulverizes. As since we haven't gotten a long rest, I got to upcast Greater Restoration to 6th level to cast it on him.
Okay. Cool.
It just
And
means it restores him more.
Aimer, you are no longer cursed, and you wake up.
Limer blinks his eyes like, why am I on the ground?
Something stabs you. We're getting off the street. Let's move.
Why does my face hurt?
Yeah, also, why does my face hurt?
It doesn't hurt here. It doesn't hurt here. It hurts right here.
I feel a prick in my arm and then I was on the ground.
What was that? Was that what movie was that? That was not Danny. What's it called?
I don't recall this one.
Oh, it's Chris Farley.
That's why I don't recall it.
You ever watch Donny Boy? Was it Donny Boy?
Some memories
Tommy
are best
Boy.
left in
Tommy
the
Boy.
recycle
Tommy
bin.
Boy. There we go. Yeah. That's one of my favorite scenes.
Y'all can enjoy that. I was not a Chris Farley fan.
Really?
Nah. Rest in peace. Like, I understand, great comedian, etc. Just not my style.
Yeah, same here. I liked John Candy though.
Yes.
I'll post the YouTube clip of the scene.
Sure.
Doesn't hurt here, or
If you
here.
like John
but
Candy, you
right-
gotta watch Wagons East.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, she just looks at Aimer. How do you feel?
My face hurts and my arm kind of hurts a little bit. What happened?
Someone snuck up on you, buddy.
Some ne'er do well pricked you, and you
No,
fell
no, no,
over.
No one snuck up on me,
You got
Okay.
owned.
but I did not see who did it. I felt it and I noticed someone was in the area.
Nobody snuck up on me, but I didn't see them, and I was unconscious.
Okay, there's a difference
Yeah,
between
we're
being able
going
to see
smiling and then
someone
they go like,
and
yeah,
being
yeah.
on someone.
If it
Like,
wasn't
if
for
I
those
go-
darn kids.
If I go invisible right now, none of you guys will be able to see me, but it doesn't mean I snuck up on you. And to prove a point, Aimer goes invisible and starts poking Echo just all over randomly.
Echo cast True Sight.
Excellent.
Don't sneak up on me.
Wait,
If you could cast that, why didn't you do that earlier when I went down?
because we're in the middle of the city. Rose will actually, now that she's actually bothering to pay attention, she will try to see if she can hear or feel anybody invisible with her, either with a I guess perception roll, or I could just do passive perception.
You can
whichever
sense
you
Aimer
want.
next to you poking Echo. Other than that, there's no one invisible within your range.
Yeah, Rose just. I mean, I wasn't paying attention. They probably left already.
I mean, look at this. We've gone from an adventure dealing with huge pricks, and now we're dealing with little pricks. Does it ever end?
Aimer, that little hole in the back of your arm there, it's bleeding. It's going to leave a stain on your cloak, sir.
Now Aimer's pissed. First off, Aimer will. I don't think I actually prepared Cure Light Wounds to heal myself. Aimer's gonna like reach into his bag and pull out one of his peasant shirt he uses as a disguise.
Sure.
And he tears the sleeve off and wraps
Tears
it
the
around
whole
his arm.
sleeve off, okay?
Well, I mean, like the cuff, just
Sure.
to wrap around his arm.
Understood.
Yeah. And
I have like a dozen healers kits on me. And you're
Yes, but he's not eligible for that yet.
yes, this is a 1 silver shirt. And then I cast prestidigitation to get the bloodstain out.
Okay.
And then he goes, I'm gonna go find whoever did this, and I am gonna make them wish they weren't born.
Well, hold your horses. We gotta talk to Judith first.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We can go there.
Well, what's
That was
interesting is that what hit you wasn't a poison or a disease. It was a curse. That's a very specific type of magic to be inflicting with a wound. Wound-based curses are obscure in specialty.
Yeah, I don't know who hates me enough to curse me. I mean, I know a lot of people hate
People
me,
have
but
Aimer, can I get an insight check now?
I mean, if I had to guess,
I mean, I can think of
who has a bunch of minions that can turn invisible and are tricky?
I mean, yeah, you're not. I guess you're not wrong there. Hold on. Did I get the right thing? Hold on. Insight. No, roll. I'm gonna add my die 10 to that because I can. I just need to use it more. Wee, die 10. 25.
All right. Does it literally say Mayor Aimer here?
Yes.
Oh, on here, yes, Mary Aimer the Great. I changed my name up a little bit. I was previously
understand.
the ward chief of Archival, but
Right.
I gotta mix it up.
It says Mayor Aimer the Great, but it's Mecha Jim Rolling.
Yes. So
Right.
You can only have one picture up. You can change your name easily. You can't really.
You can change your picture by doing the as thing at the bottom. You can change it to your token.
You know, I have my Mary Aimer the Great on there. Oh well, whatever.
There you go, Mayor Aimer for mayor.
Why? Well, always like this. Aimer sighs for a minute.
Unresolved.
It's never gonna be resolved. I gotta go kill Mosaba for it to resolve. Aimer sighs. Let's go. So let's just go to Judith's. This is gonna be a. It's gonna be a long day. Oh, I see what you're saying.
All right, let's go.
Well, yeah, and just in case, while we're traveling, Testadine is going to cast at 2nd level his domain spell, See Invisibility, on himself.
Awesome. Cool. As you guys are walking along, you're able to see a couple of shadowy figures walking by, not interested in you.
Shadowy figures. How shadowy?
Can you see invisible, Sweet August Rose?
I cannot. No.
Okay. So, Tester today, you see these people. They are dressed in long gray cloaks and just seem to be staying on the edges of the crowd and seem to be delivering things from one store to another. They have no interest in you or your party.
Testadine gestures offhand with a claw towards one of them and says, I think I'm seeing some of the systems behind the place, but I'm not seeing anyone in this place that wants to hurt you. I mean, you know, other than people who've met you.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I know what this one was. And
What, a tiny one-fanged vampire?
you might say something similar to that. I wonder. I'm really curious. Really curious who it was. And who's involved? I may have to go. I may have to go make a visit or two when we're done here.
Oh, well.
Amer,
Visits are
you've been
fun.
granted inspiration, sir.
Well, I appreciate that.
You might use that very soon.
we might need to stop by the bakery.
Well, if we got to protect Amer from random pokes on the street, fortunately, we've got a barrel, so just get in there and we'll roll it to the next destination.
All right. Well, you guys make your way over to Judith's Intricacies and Oddities, only 3 doors down. There's a bright orange building with clear glass windows. Looks super clean. And you guys can walk inside. Good morning. How can I help you today?
I got stabbed.
That's unfortunate. You need medical assistance.
That was a very little stab, but it was
A
powerful.
little bit of
one.
an exaggeration.
Someone
Hey,
snuck up on him.
He got poked.
Yeah, he's a little sore about it.
Well, that's
He
what
does
people
that
are
much
when
of
they
a
get
poker
stabbed.
face.
But that's actually not why we're here, Judith. Echo, what was it called? A scroll of the
Scroll of the comet.
meteor or comet? That's right.
Yes, we discussed this earlier. It would have been a couple days ago. But yes,
it was
there's
more than that.
still one over, as far as I know, it's still there in Fort Folly.
You said it was in a keep or a tower or something like that?
Indeed. The Keep of Fort Folly. It's the only stone structure that still stands. Everything else there has been petrified and burnt.
Oh no, Ah. Then we can't take Amer there. He's weak to petrification.
Would be more afraid of the great worms that regularly strafe the city.
So, okay, so there's dragons that just breathe on the city, or what's going on?
Well, they harvest the city, but they kill everything within it in order to gather the food that they desire to eat. Usually giant man-eating crabs or cyclopses is what I was told.
I mean, does anybody own the scroll, or is it's just left there in the rubble?
From what I understand, it's located in the keep underneath a flagstone. As far as I know, it should still be there. The last time that I know of anyone having been there was an entrepreneur by the name of Sea Toad Coin. He stated that the floor of the tower was still intact. Thus, I suspect that the scroll is still there.
What was he doing there? That's where I'm curious. Maybe I'll ask him myself one of these days.
Well, I can tell you what he was doing there if you'd like.
Oh, sure. I was just curious, you know.
They were investigating the proliferation of the drug frenzy.
Yeah.
What'd that do with Fort Folly, I wonder, though?
It's the only place that one can dock a ship. The Australian coast is quite dangerous.
Oh, it's in Australia. Okay.
Yeah, we were there not that long ago.
You know, other than that brief visit to the Dragonhorn, I've never really been further into the continent.
It's a wild place full of various dragons.
Yeah, I heard they have like crystals in the ground or something, and
Indeed.
they navigate with those or something like that.
That's what I was told. I was told that fear is in the mountain.
Well, Rose looks at the others. I mean, that's all we need to know, right?
Yeah.
The fears in the mountain. I mean, like, so we're dealing with great worms, strafing dragons, cyclopses, man-eating crabs, assassins of Mosaba, and I don't know.
Well, considering 2 adventures ago we had to deal with the trolls, the gloam, building-sized Wendigo, doing all right.
That Wendigo was pretty fun, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to hold you back from rushing up to the raining down of treasure so you didn't, touch it.
No, the curse wouldn't have affected me.
You know what? That's famous. That's in the book of famous last words.
No, it's not wouldn't. It's the curse won't affect me.
Well, let me put
Oh.
it this way. Either you're completely resistant to the curse, in which case you simply pass it on to the next person you get adjacent to, or you are ineligible for the curse, in which case you pass it on to the next person. Curses don't just fizzle because they don't have a good target. People act like curses are just like, oh yeah, it's a fireball, it's a blindness, it's a disease. No, curses are old magic.
They stick around. Yeah, they stick around. Okay.
Was there anything else you needed?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, pleasant to see you.
Yeah, same here.
Are you going to go to Fort Folly and try to acquire the scroll?
It
There's a
seems
pretty
like
good chance we may do that.
there's a lot of very powerful things that need to be hit with a giant meteor.
I would be very cautious. But I wish you the best of luck.
Well, I mean, looking at, So you say the dragons fly over the city, right? And they breathe on it so they're not close.
They strafe repeatedly.
Okay. I mean, if we're careful, we could probably just sneak by them.
They have excellent vision, but perhaps. I know that Sea Toad Coin and his cohorts managed to sneak through there. They survived one blast of it. Barely, though.
I mean, we could just
Do you have
approach the
anything-
dragons and ask for permission to go loot the city.
I
Do you have
wouldn't
anything
ask those
from
dragons
Fort Folly?
anything.
You could try it.
You have anything from Fort Folly? Anything associated with Fort Folly?
Unfortunately not. There's nothing really of value there anymore, except for possibly the scroll.
So why are they strafing the city if there's nothing of value there?
The food. It's where the crabs are able to come ashore.
Oh, so it's just their hunting grounds. They're not attacking the city, they're just hunting.
Well, no one lives there. It's demolished, destroyed.
Well, I mean, easy thing. What kind of dragons are we talking here? Are we talking the noble glasses wearing type, or are we talking, wyverns and dragonelles?
Primal ancient dragons. Sea Toad Coin described it as a red great worm.
Yeah, primals. The High
that could
Cleric's
hurt.
Handbook has a chapter dedicated to how to deal with primals. It just consists of the word "don't."
All right. Anything else we need to do?
I would take potions of fire resistance if I were you.
That would probably be handy, yeah.
Otherwise, I wish you the best of luck.
Well, the hard part is how we're going to get there.
Really? That's the hard part.
Well, I mean, you don't have the. I guess you could do it. You can do it without the item, right? It's just a
We
little
could do it
risky.
with the Eye of Hydra.
Yeah,
We could do it
there's a
with the Eye of
chance we
Hydra.
wind up somewhere not quite right, and then we just try again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, does anyone else have any other questions?
That's a no. All right.
All right. Well, I guess we can go get some rest and get ready for tomorrow.
All right. Well, have a wonderful day.
Oh, I was muted. We might want to buy a couple more potions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we can gloss over that. What potions
I'm
you
gonna
guys going to buy?
I'm going to buy 2 more fire resistant bows.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna. I can just use my key to get fire resistance. So, and I also have some invulnerabilities just in case. So,
Must be nice.
Ricard
I'd
will
rather
buy a
not be
couple of
baked
fire
tortoise.
resistance as well.
So
Okay.
how much are the fire resistance potions?
300 each.
300 each.
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna buy 3 of those.
270 technically, but.
Ow.
270. I will take the discount.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruno will take 2 more too. I'll deduct it. So I'll have 3 altogether.
Yep. Figure, never hurts to have too many potions.
I know one group who would argue that, but
Well, they're not here anymore.
that's true.
Yeah, it's when the DM drops hints that foes who have gone up against this particular enemy have had their magic items fail them and their spells target the wrong thing, and you walk in to face the enemy and all your potions explode.
Okay, so if we go up against Gorvital, then we can talk about it. But until then, I'm not going to be afraid of it.
I'm not going to let Gorvital come back to Toivoa anytime soon.
That's why I'm not worried about it at this particular moment.
And Varagamon is not coming either, because that's broken as just all get out.
Yeah, I feel like that sometimes.
Varagamon is like a 2nd edition dragon that corrupts potions and prevents healing in an area. It's gross.
So are we just gonna find an inn, or are we just gonna go to the consortium?
Well, I gotta talk to Mr. Verm.
Oh, you want to talk to Mr. Verm? That's
I
fine.
gotta talk to him about a couple things now.
Okay.
I think that we've just been teleporting around the world, fought enough demons, got covered in layers of mucus to where I have never seen my cleansing stone turn this particularly angry shade of purple at me. I am thinking that we are entitled to a lavish feast and soft beds.
All right. So, Amer, you want to go visit Mr. Verm before your long rest?
Yes.
Right. He looks slightly different, but we're going to put the new Mr. Verm art on the screen for you guys. Here.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Amber's gonna go, hello, friend. Do you have a moment or two to
Of
speak with
course. How can I help you?
me? Well, we go somewhere. Are we like in the library?
In
or
the
are we-
library, and he was just closing up, so you two are alone in there unless people came with you.
I wouldn't particularly care if anyone in the party came with me. If they just want to speak up, Amber wouldn't have stopped any of them.
Would anyone have come with him?
Well, she would have gone with him because she's worried he's gonna go traipsing on a roaring rampage of revenge. So she'll just, and she also wants to say hi to Mr. Verm. So she'll just
Or
walk in.
somebody's gonna sneak up on him again.
Yeah, we can't have. He's
Can't
clearly
have
the
that.
most vulnerable person to being snuck up on. We can't have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lack of environmental awareness.
I'm gonna be buying scrolls about the deal with that. By the way.
So- Yeah, Rose will accompany Amer, and she'll just wave at Mr. Verm and take a seat and start reading her economics book.
Okay.
Well, friend, couple things. One,
Yes, young man.
it seems we have some. I'm going to guess assassins of Mosaba in town.
Really?
I
Should
was
have them
I-
dealt with soon. What do they
Yes,
look like?
I don't know. It's one walked up on me. I'm not particularly on my toes here in Nausea. Usually it's fairly safe here, but I felt a prick on my arm that was bleeding, and then I fell over cursed.
It's most unfortunate. May I see the wound?
Yeah, Amer will lift his arm and unwrap the little bandage.
Ooh, that looks affected. Quite nasty. It appears to have been struck by some kind of ring. Do you see the slight tear here? You can't because of the angle of the back of your arm.
Amer goes and he pulls his mirror out of this out of the shirt.
Okay.
It kind of is all. I forgot I have this.
The one that lets you see invisible things? Yeah.
You see everything. It is a mirror of everything vision.
Well, wait a second. Which mirror is this?
Hold on, I have. It's just invisible actually, but
Yeah.
well, not just that. I have
It's a mirror of things that can't be seen.
I have a
Right.
mirror of sight unseen.
So
Allows
it
you to see
cannot show
reflection.
you what can be seen.
But it shows me things like reflections of
Correct.
vampires and things like that.
Correct.
So I can see a number of things.
Right. You just can't see your arm.
Yeah. Well, that's, I mean, I'm gonna take it around and use it to see behind myself.
Right. You look behind yourself. You can
Cool.
see several ghosts walking by.
But I can't see I can't see the stab wound on my arm with it.
You can't see yourself in it.
Oh, it only reflects things that other mirrors cannot. That's right. He's like, well, do you have a mirror? This one, I need to use this one more. But
Oh, of
this
course
is
you
not-
may. And he will produce a mirror and show you the back of your arm.
You're not much older than I am.
I would challenge that.
Well, we talked about why Mr. Verm looks so old.
Mm-hmm.
Unless things have changed.
No?
But he told me before he wasn't much older than I am.
Yep.
So,
And apparently that was a lie, because then he's like, "Oh no, actually, I'm super old." He said that like a year later.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Amer goes. He just takes a peek at it.
Yeah, it's a nice cut on the back of your arm.
I can't say I'm an expert in medical things. Besides, I'm better at inflicting wounds than stabilizing them.
Well, this appears to have been done with a ring knife. They're quite deadly. Usually magically infused. Here, I can show you one. And he will reach into a pocket and pull one out.
Interesting. I don't think I've seen one of these personally.
He opens the bottom of it, which flips out into a small dagger that's about half an inch long.
Interesting. Oh, I got.
These are usually either coated with a poison or a curse can be cast upon them, to where you inflict someone's damage, you inflict some damage on someone, and they are affected by the effect.
Yeah, I got cursed. My cleric friend removed that from me. It knocked me unconscious, like I was on the ground. And then I'm pretty sure Rose hit me in the face.
What? No, you fell on the ground. Your cheek hit the curb.
That's a hand printed?
Yeah, it was stone elemental.
Oh, okay. Stone elemental, Mr. Verm. I got hit by a stone elemental.
Understood. He looks dubious at this explanation.
And so does Amer. Amer looks very dubious about it too, but he's just kind of letting it go because Amer did the same thing to Rose. So, no.
We're excusing domestic violence
I mean,
now. Got it.
She is
No.
chuckling to herself as she says all this, but
Yeah.
But, if they knew that you had a cleric with you, this was likely only a threat. To let you know that they were present.
Well, I mean,
Otherwise, they could have just tried to kill you.
I don't know if they knew I had a cleric with me. Tetsu hasn't been with us very long. So I'll definitely take your advice there. I'm also pretty resistant to poisons. So, but I don't know what all this curse did besides knock me unconscious. It definitely seems more like what you're saying than anything else.
Perhaps they're attempting to deliver a message.
Maybe, but I don't know what hold they have in this town besides her.
Well, the individuals in question, if they've returned to town, are most concerning.
Well, that's what we didn't exactly have a number of our eyesight enhancements, I should say, in town.
But I do have a little bit of information that may alleviate some concerns about her.
I mean, I wasn't terribly concerned about her, to be fair, but I just wondered how much she has to do with day-to-day activities,
Let's see, these rings are not typically used by her clerics. These are far too subtle and not showy. These
Yeah.
are weapons that are used to threaten and intimidate. These are more likely the weapons of the Red Talons.
Rose
You
perks
familiar
up
with
at that.
them?
Why would they have anything anything to do with me. And do they dabble in blood magic?
I would assume that it's more likely they're trying to shift the blame and cause you to be confused.
Well, I'm definitely confused. They got part of that right.
The Red Talons specialize in deception and misdirection. These rings are their forte. The only other people I know who use them are the House of Flowers.
Well, I don't. Hey, we're gonna pause. I don't recall pissing them off.
You haven't.
I mean, there's a lot.
I
of
can
houses.
tell you have not.
Okay.
Otherwise, you would be dead.
On my way to death. I've been dodging assassins for a long time.
Oh, trust me. If you had annoyed the House of Flowers to the point of having a mark placed upon you, you would be quite dead.
Well, I don't know. If this one can get away for so long, I'm sure Aimer could do it.
Did you hear? He was spotted in the Pearl Sanctuary.
Really?
Indeed. Quite entertaining.
Rose just dies. Well, at least he's not here.
Give me one moment. I'm getting a phone call.
Yes, apparently he was dealing with the new Starflower.
Hmm.
Did you hear that there is a new Starflower in charge of the council?
No, I haven't. I try to stay out of Euryxian politics.
Well, do be aware they do concern you, Miss Rose.
Oh, I know, but that's something I'm going to worry about in the months to come if I'm still alive.
Well, I hope you are.
I
We've had
hope
a
so,
very
too.
delightful encounter, and I would like to maintain such a pleasant relationship.
Oh, absolutely. I look forward to long years of working together, Mr. Verm. About the Red Talons, though.
Yes.
So there's, I mean, so you're saying one of the 7 is here in Reston, more than likely,
More than likely.
or Nausea? Sorry, I should
Indeed.
say.
I would suspect so. You have been seen here several times.
Or at
It's-
least Aimer has.
Well, Aimer has. And I suspect they are aware that you are highly observant.
I'm just concerned. Is this a message sent to me? Do they know who I really am?
I do not know for certain, but the activities that we have been engaged in with our associates and the runners afar have no doubt gathered attention.
I was hoping I could slip under the radar for a little while longer. Well. She weighs her, she puts her chin on her fist as she thinks. This, from my understanding, there's only 7 of them.
That's what I'm aware of, yes.
And it's very unlikely that he's here with any of his compatriots.
There, but likely. Cervantes likes to diversify his pieces across all of Toivoa, so it's unlikely that we would have more than 2 at any one place at any one time.
Yeah, Rose nods. I'm just wondering if I should risk trying to eliminate them now.
I think you would have a difficult time detecting them.
We have the eye, but
The eye.
don't worry about it.
He raises an eyebrow curiously. What eye are you talking about?
The eye of Kydron.
You have acquired the eye of
Why do you
Kydron.
always tell people our business? You
Because-
are
because-
the worst person to keep a secret.
Excuse me? No.
I mean, everybody's gonna come looking for this thing.
No. And one, Mr. Verm, she's literally trusting him with her life, so But she just shrugs. I lost my train of thought.
I have kaiju.
Right. Yes. So finding him is a possibility, but no, my concern is if we ambush him and one of them manages to get away, that would raise flags for Cervantes about why. I suppose it could just be retaliation from their point of view. No, I don't know.
I will tell you, should you attempt to capture one of them, they will end themselves. I guarantee it.
Oh, I don't want to capture them. I want to kill them. It's one less problem to worry about.
That is the way I would handle it.
It's just. She just shrugs, and as she thinks about it. So why do you think they attacked Amer of all people?
Probably because he is the least observant of your party.
I mean, and Nausha, I'm definitely the least observant in this party. You're not wrong.
I actually think.
I mean, he did not see me steal this gold coin. And he hands you a gold coin, Amer.
Did you steal that from me?
He smiles. Of course not.
I mean, do we need to have this game again, Mr. Ren?
He smiles. I jest. This is my own gold coin. I did not rob it from you.
It's fun though, but I'm gonna have to look into this, and I don't want to drag you in the middle of anything with the Red Talons as well. So
I appreciate that. I enjoy my retirement.
yeah, the other question I had for you on here is,
Yes.
so I learned a bit about my origin, and it seems that I'm a manifestation of a Fey Lord.
That's most disturbing.
Tell me about it.
I am cautious to ask more information.
I don't have a whole lot more to give to you, unfortunately. So,
Do you know which Fey Lord?
Zoran Keltris.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is most unfortunate.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Have you been sleeping at night?
No, I haven't slept ever.
Oh dear. Well, I would maintain your absence of sleep for as long as possible. Should you fall asleep, you know for a fact that he will catch you.
Yes, that's why I'm glad I trance. But while that is the case, there's a couple things I'm curious about. One is, if I were to kill him, do you know, or is there any book that would say whether that would kill me at the same time?
Oh dear. I'm uncertain about that. Do you know of the nature of the manifestation?
I do not. Ricard had mentioned something about nightmares being manifested.
Oh dear. Quite terrifying.
I mean, most people would say that about me. You're correct.
Well, not necessarily you yourself, Amer, but the concept of becoming a nightmare manifested and incarnate. Oof.
Listen, that's actually like pretty low on my concerns, to be fair, at this exact moment.
Should you wake Zoran Keltris, you would cease to exist. If indeed you are a nightmare.
Well, it's just I'm not entirely sure, because I did run into Zoran Keltris a few months ago.
Did you run into him specifically, or an apparition of him?
I couldn't tell you.
Huh. Is it because you choose not to, or because you physically can't?
Because I do not know whether it was or wasn't.
Oh, well, that's less concerning.
Yes. I ran into him in Ryport, and he plane shifted when I went to attack him. So...
that sounds more like an apparition.
It's very possible.
I'm unaware that Zoran Keltris was able to plane shift. Interesting. You
He's a
learn something
Feylord.
new every day.
I would assume he'd be able to plane shift, but I don't know a whole lot about Feylords. Do you happen to know anyone who'd be an expert on this topic by chance?
He thinks about that and he raises a finger. Possibly. Possibly. One moment.
Hammer just nods.
And he's going to go over to a small case. Looks like a curio cabinet off to the side. And he's going to open the curio cabinet. Inside, there are several pieces of jewelry that look quite simple, almost like a child made them. I believe this one will help us. Here. This may be disconcerting. You understand?
Not
But-
sure what I understand. Is
but-
he handing it to me?
He's going to offer it to you. Realize that this may be concerning, but it's worth an opportunity and you may be able to learn something new.
Hammer goes, well, you haven't led me astray yet. And he takes the item.
Before you do, and he's going to reach out and offer you a bracer while you're in the store.
Okay. He takes the bracer.
Okay? Do you put it on?
Yes, I do.
Okay? You feel your capacity for teleportation end. You are now dimensionally anchored here.
Okay. All right.
Here. And then he
Alright.
will hand you the piece of jewelry.
And I take it.
As you take it, who are you?
My name is Amer.
Hello, Amer.
And who are you?
Oh, no.
My name is Chio Weaver.
Chio Weaver.
Yes. Oh, what do you want?
I'm curious about.
Where am I?
I don't know where we are at all. I'm here about Feylords. Do you know anything about Feylords?
I know Zoran Keltris took my friend. He took my friend. He took my friend. Why? What do you know about Zoran Keltris and Feylords?
I'm a creation of his as well. I was made by him.
You
Okay, thank you very much.
you were made by him? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. What's your name? Hello? Hello?
Had the wrong headphones on. Why would you remember him making me?
Well, he makes me make things.
Oh.
He's not good at crafting. He's
I
not
would-
very... doesn't have a good imagination.
That's interesting. Apparently, what I'm told is
I'm not a good imagination.
I'm apparently a nightmare.
You're a nightmare?
That's what. I
But you're
was
so
told.
pretty and
Aw.
strong.
Amber looks at his arms and goes, "Well, I'm definitely something, but I was told that I was a manifested nightmare of Zoran Keltris."
He looks at you. If you are scariest one.
that. I'm not sure whether I should be relieved by that or not.
I'm scared of you.
I have no reason to do anything to you. I have a couple of questions, actually.
Oh, okay.
Um, if, say, someone were to kill Zoran Kaltris, what would, since I guess, what would happen to us?
Well, I'd wake up. If you're a nightmare, you might, I don't know, really know. My friend tried this once. My friend Rifer, he tried this once. He says that the nightmares go free, that they go and roam all over, entering people's houses and minds and scaring them on their own without the need for Zoran. I think they just disappear. It's nicer to think that they disappear, don't you think?
I enjoy existing, so I'm glad I didn't disappear, but
What do you think? Are we
not
going
sure
to go away if he wakes up?
that's what I'm trying to find out. Though I do know Rifer, though. I've met him.
You met Rifer?
Yeah, I know him and Brutus.
Oh. Well, try talking to Rifer. Maybe he can help.
Maybe. One other question I have, I'm trying to find out that, and also, I'm curious about if since you create things,
I make things, yes.
is there something that is able to take the power of a Phalord that you've killed?
A dream.
Interesting.
Just a dream.
A dream. Well,
It takes a special dream. But a dream can do it.
Now, one of Zoran's dreams, or
Oh no. Zoran only dreams nice things. That's why I'm here. To give out the scary ones to everyone who sleeps.
and I don't sleep. And that's probably the only reason why Zoran hasn't captured me back.
If you don't sleep, then he can't hurt you.
That explains why the Green Fang has simmered off over the last 50 years.
Of course, there's none of us left. You look at his earring. This boy's earring is a green fang.
So were you part of the Green Fang as well then?
Of course. I made them.
Interesting. Then there's none left? I still had
No,
people I knew there.
they woke up.
Were they all dreams?
Of course. That's all that I make. I only make dreams.
Well, the question is then, could you then make a dream that could absorb Zoran Kaltris?
He looks at you. Maybe I already did. And he looks at you and begins to smile. And as he smiles, the teeth behind there are long and needle-like fangs.
Interesting.
Maybe I already have. Amer Shestina.
You could at least call me by my full name if you're gonna try that.
No.
I don't know if Eric remembers my full name.
I don't have it right on hand.
Okay, yeah. I'm about to say, like, it rarely ever comes up because he almost never says it. Again, faithing, you know?
For the record, I was looking at Amorel's sheet earlier today on
Yeah.
World Anvil.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's it's Amarel Arthello Shastina is his full technical name. Well, why are you hissing at me now?
Well, maybe I already created a dream that could end Zoran.
Well,
Maybe you're it.
that gives me a little hope at least, because I was planning on killing him even if it costed me my life. So at least I know I have a chance at that now.
Hard to cost a life when you're not alive.
Well, it's an interesting concept. I don't think we came here to talk philosophy, though.
True.
Oh,
I didn't go anywhere.
well, I guess I don't even know where I am.
Oh, you're trying to get to me. But
Where
something's stopping you.
are you in the Fey realm?
Yes. I'm at the house.
So you're in the swamp.
Yes. It's
So-
nice here.
That's a matter of perspective. Well, I guess I haven't been there in a long time. Has it improved at all?
The beds are comfortable. Why don't you come and visit and lay down?
Well, I do plan on coming to visit. I don't think I'll be doing a whole lot of laying down.
Maybe not.
The question is, so are you asleep in the house then?
I'm not sure.
Well, I was just curious because if I do anything terrible to the house, I'd rather not kill you.
Okay.
If you're the one who helped create me, at least I could do is, not blow you up.
Right. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, since you've given me this information, is there anything I can do for you?
The little boy looks at you. Yes. Go to
What-
sleep.
I'm not gonna.
I
do
want
that.
out of here.
I will give you that, but not that way.
I want out of here, Aimer. I want to get back to the material plane. Let me in.
When I kill Zoran, you will be able to go back to the material plane.
Let me in, Aimer. Let me in your mind.
Whoa, I've let things in my mind before, and it ended terribly.
I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
I don't think I even need a real insight to know that's not true.
It's not true.
Well, that's something we can talk about. Do I still have? I didn't think about this. Aimer never asked Mr. Verm how to get out.
Right?
Am I still holding the object?
You are.
Aimer will kind of look and go,
Let me in, Aimer.
Thank you for this.
Don't we want to be
Chia."
friends?
Possibly. That's something we're gonna need to talk about here, because do you know Mr.
I can help
Verm?
you. I do know Mr. Verm. He's very nice. He doesn't visit me often, though.
I'm visiting in his stead.
Oh. Aimer,
Yes, Chio.
do you daydream?
Not often.
Do you
Tend-
dream about the fall of Bourbon?
No, that is entirely Rose. I could care less about Bourbon.
Do you dream of Vagrodan?
Vagrodan is a responsibility. It's not. To be honest with you, I could care less if he lives or dies as well.
So all you want is vengeance on Zoran Keltris.
What I want, and all I want, is to see if I'm truly alive.
Aimer, Are you?
I don't know.
Let me in, and I'll tell you.
As much as I want a crazy bard in my head,
No, you don't.
that was 100% sarcasm.
Yeah.
Joe knows plenty, but Aimer just wouldn't do it in general. Aimer's gonna look at Chio for a moment, and he's gonna let go of the object. In his
As
hand.
it clatters to the floor, the little boy disappears from your mind. So, how did that go? Did that go well?
It went. Aimer kind of blinks a little bit, as well as it could.
Huh?
It was interesting. Do you know a Chio Weaver?
Oh, yes. That's why I give you the piece of jewelry.
He
It's
you
a
mentioned
small bracelet.
Is it connected to his psyche?
Indeed. He gave it to me long ago so that I could talk to him. Not very lonely. All of his friends were tall and older.
Yeah, he said his friend is Rifer.
Indeed. He's
get word
quite
that-
a great blacksmith. He worked with Charnellan. Apparently he got his training at Charnellan's.
At Charnellan's. Well, he also tried to arrest me, or well, I guess detain me. Not that long ago. So him and I go back a number of years too. Still not to talk to him, but it sounds like talking to Chio that Chio might have been the one to create me.
He's quite the little craftsman.
It's from what he said. He also wanted me to release him, or to get into my brain or something.
I would avoid allowing him to do that. By the way, may I have my bracer back?
Oh yes, and he'll hand you the bracer. He'll hand the bracer back.
Thank you.
But yes, no, he. I've heard that tone. I've had enough voices in my brain. I don't need any more. But apparently, he heavily implied that he created me to end Zoran Keltris.
Zoran is nothing but self-destructive. Have you ever considered applying for study in Fluiden? I'm sure the psychologists there would find you a fascinating subject.
What, being a test subject?
Born of an observational experiment.
You know, I can't say I've been to Fluiden. I've been a lot of places, but not there. I was pretty close not too long ago. But I can't say that it's been high on my rate of existence. I mean, on my list of things. I kind of want to. I either want to end Zoran and continue my life, or die in a way of my choosing.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in either endeavor.
Well, thank
Miss
you, Mr.
Rose,
Verb.
are you doing okay?
Oh, things are proceeding swimmingly.
He raises an eyebrow at that. So, did you have any other questions for me, Aimer?
No, I'm well. Thank you, Mr. Verb.
Have a wonderful day, and do watch out. Especially you, Miss Rose. If they are aware of our efforts, there's no telling what might happen.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm afraid we're gonna have to go with Echo Rex's plan.
May I know what that plan is?
Teleporting as close as we can to our enemy, and then killing everything in between us and him, and then killing him.
The brute force method. I'm not certain that will work, but you're welcome to attempt it.
Oh,
The
well,
house will assist you as best we can.
there's a reason why it's Plan D.
He nods.
Did you find out everything you needed to know, Aimer?
Well, I found out enough. It sounds like Zoran's still asleep, and that's the only reason why I exist. And the moment Zoran wakes up, I will be gone. That It's probably why he wants to capture me. If I put 2 and 2 together, is because he can't wake up without me.
That does make sense in a strange way.
Wait, he wants to not wake up?
No, he wants to wake up. He's sleeping from a manifested nightmare. But as long as I am here and not part of him, he cannot wake up. He needs me to wake up.
If he's asleep, how did we see him the other day?
From what I've
I'm
been
sure
told,
he can project himself, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
apparitions of himself.
Now, I have a theory to put on the table. We're dealing with Fae, and you're taking what they say at face value. Could it be the situation is actually the opposite of what you think it is? What if he is your dream? And he wants to capture you to ensure that you can't wake up.
Then I am far more powerful than I believe I am.
I mean, I did meet Zoran Keltris over 1,500 years ago. I don't know if Amer was around then.
Well, Amer has disjointed memories of his past, do you not?
Well, I mean, everyone has some disjointed memories of their past. I'm 220 years old.
Could it be that he just makes a game of occasionally capturing you, wiping your memories, and setting you loose again so that you don't put the pieces together and wake up?
It's possible, but what I was just visiting was Mr. Verm has a link to the psyche of another. I'm gonna guess another one of Zoran's dreams or manifestations, or a piece of him, a piece of Zoran. And he is also stuck asleep, but he creates things for Zoran Keldris. And he didn't flat out say that he created me, but he very, very heavily implied that he created me to deal with Zoran Keldris.
Echo looks over at Chester Day today and he says, I wonder what would happen if I cast a 9th level Dispel Magic on Amer. Would he disappear?
Probably, but that'd just be him going invisible to mess with you.
Probably. He was in an anti-magic field last week, so yeah.
Yeah, it was an anti-magic field. So it's a very interesting concept. In general here, Mr. Verm did absolutely give me the best he could as far as an expert on Zoran Keldris being another part of Zoran Keldris. But I was not able to find out exactly if me killing Zoran makes me the Archfey or whether we just mutually end.
Yeah, we're not going to figure it out today, not here.
Nope, we may not figure it out until it actually happens, unless we can find a scholar, I guess. But Mr. Verm, I know you're closing shop, and I don't wish to take up any more of your time. I do appreciate everything as always.
Of course. A pleasure. Please have a wonderful time, and please don't touch the tulips.
I know. I was there when we brought them for you.
Have a wonderful day.
Let's get some rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
You guys, where do y'all want to stay? Y'all want to stay in the mansion, or you want to stay in the tavern, or the consortium?
Amer's gonna stay at the consortium just because he feels safer there.
Okay.
Or that. Actually, he'll probably stay at the Blue Cloak Citadel. To be fair,
Cool.
especially after he got attacked. I would like to make a small purchase, Eric.
Sure.
I'm gonna do that. I would like to buy 5 scrolls of detect invisibility.
Okay.
They're level 2 scrolls.
Yep, level 2 scrolls. You'll have to buy them from Mr. Verm. Would have 3 of them, and Judith has 2. So it does take 2 stops to do it, but we'll just gloss over that.
Absolutely. So that'll be 600 gold, and we'll remove that.
And you've bought all those scrolls.
Yes.
Oh,
Another kind
Brennan?
of scroll completely bought out by.
yeah, yeah. So no, Brennan would have been outside, like pointing his bow and arrow around. He wouldn't have listened to any of that. But out of character. So how is it? So if Aimer is like a manifestation or a creation or something, then how is it that he dies and like interacts?
Probably because Zoran's still asleep.
But so like I mean, because we have to interact with gods, and like I guess maybe they don't care, but wouldn't it make a difference to them if it were an actual flesh and blood living thing or a manifestation or?
He is flesh and he is blood.
Okay, so he's a little boy like Pinocchio, I guess.
I'm a weirdo, and that it got to the point that I mean, even like MKL tolerates him, but doesn't really want to be that close at the same time.
Yeah,
because you guys were there. Yeah, Brennan was there when MKL told Aimer as well. Like, I hope I don't see you again anytime soon.
yeah.
So
where we? I mean, are we all staying at the Blue Cloaks? I guess.
You guys can all stay there if you'd like.
It doesn't matter to me.
If you guys stay anywhere else, you will be leaving Aimer unattended.
Yeah,
That's not a good idea. Yeah.
we'll get in trouble
I
too.
don't want.
Just to be honest.
Yeah.
no,
we don't
I'm
need
telling
anybody.
you, Brendan's
Threaten
gonna
the
get
party
in
by
trouble.
saying, just don't leave him unattended.
no, Aimer would have taken his cot and gone to the teleportation circle and slept next to Shadrach.
Okay, who doesn't sleep?
Yes, so Aimer would not have been unattended. He'd been like, I'm gonna sleep here for the night or trance here for the next 4 hours. You know?
And you know what would happen? If you're going to do that, that's great. I love it. And you're going to be stared at for 4 hours by a demi-lich.
That's better than being dead. As opposed to maybe dead, or whatever it is I'm leaving.
Rose, there's a couple of things Echo wants to do before he actually goes to bed.
Well,
but-
Sure.
there's a couple things Rose wants Echo to do, or one thing, because she still has this giant barrel that she's rolling around. Once we get to someplace,
Giant empty barrel.
giant
Okay.
empty barrel.
Yep.
So once we get somewhere, she is going to she's going to take her gold and pour it into the barrel, which is at this point 17,000 gold. She's going to pour into that barrel.
Okay.
And then she's also going to pull out the bag of holding, and she is going to start pulling out a truly ludicrous amount of weapons that she's collected over. It's 4+1 quarterstaves, 3 mace plus
I
ones.
don't want it. I don't want to use my nice little spell on that. You want me to cast a demi-plane, don't you?
No, I want you to cast teleport.
Wait, if you got 4+1 quarterstaffs, can you make a +4 staff?
No. That's
try.
a +1 20-foot pole, and it can detect any trap. It's too powerful.
No, see, that goes all the way into the Pathfinder universe, and we're not doing that. We're not plane hopping into Pathfinder.
Go gadget.
Well, hold on. There's actually a lot more because I didn't organize this very well. I kind of just all bought them. So I'm sorry. 4+1 quarterstaves, 3+1 maces, another +1 quarterstaff, 7+1 spears, 4+1 short swords, 7+1 long swords, 2 mind blade long swords, 4 more +1 long swords, and 4+1 daggers.
Okay. I think that still comes in underweight for the bag of holding, if I remember right.
Oh, it's not even close. Like, because it's 500 pounds. So,
Right.
those are all, they all weigh like 1 or 2 kilos each. They're not very heavy.
Right. So can I get you to put the list here in Roll20?
So this is, Testu, remember when you were talking about needing an army? So yeah, don't worry, she's way ahead of you. Quarterstaves, +1 quarterstaves.
Can you just copy paste it?
But no, because they're itemized on the
Okay.
bag of holding.
Well,
Yeah, so I have to type it out.
I don't think I have a teleport for the day. I think we're spent for the day.
Yeah,
Are
I
you?
mean, yeah, I think
We'll
so.
have to do it in the morning. Yeah.
Oh well, I need to get this barrel ready anyways. So yeah.
Okay.
So a total is 5 plus. These are all +1. Quarterstaves. 3 maces. 7 spears. 4 short swords.
Where do you want it? Where do you want it to
11
go?
longs. Send it to the armory in the Bourbon. You took a dagger from the armory beneath Ash Laurel's shop. Send
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
That's-
that's a 7th level spell. That's just to
Echo.
send your purse across the plains of Tovo.
It's not a purse. It's enough weapons to outfit a small mercenary group and 18,000 gold.
I was wondering what the
yeah.
inside of your bag of holding looks like, because you mentioned having all these swords and spears
Oh my
and
God.
sharp things, not a single scabbard among them.
I mean, I'm assuming they were scabbarded. Scabbarded? I mean,
They're just
No,
all
well,
nicked up and everything. It's great. They're
What?
magical.
No, 'cause
So
I stole most of these from either dead people, and the other ones I bought from Judith. So, I mean, I'm assuming the dead people who were using them had sheaths. I mean, I guess the spears didn't, but the swords did.
I mean, you could just like throw a small sized enemy into your bag of holding and shake it up, and they just get blended with all those weapons in there.
11 long.
You know, we should do that.
swords,
A demi-plane of pain.
2
It's like a
Demi
sharp,
pain, if you will.
Yeah.
I think the next time I get to play as a player, I'm going to do this.
4 daggers.
Well, what you do is you get a bag of devouring, you put it on a chain, and you recreate the classic kung fu movie Master of the Flying Guillotine.
Yep, that was a great one.
And 17,000 gold. So yeah, so the barrel's probably pretty full.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's all the
It
weapons.
is very full.
You get a packet with explosives, make one really big
Oh
magical
yeah.
shrapnel
Also,
grenade.
do I want to send the plum? No, I won't. I'll hold on to that, just to be safe.
Yeah, well, we'll have to do that first thing in the morning, I guess.
I didn't realize you were out of.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I've got a 9th level left for the day, but my 7th and 8th, I can only cast it 7th or above. I mean, it's a 7th level spell, so I've got to use it 7th, 8th, or 9th to teleport. And most of the time, we're teleporting twice a day, so.
All right. Well, you said there was something you wanted to ask me.
Yeah. So Eric.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to create those rings of telepathy,
Sure.
like the ones that I did for
Okay.
Rose.
So let's do your enchanting.
All right. I spent for the materials, and you said it was a DC 26.
Yes, sir.
So I will
Can you even fail
take
that?
I have a potion. I can, but it's not easy.
Not easy to fail.
so-
Understood.
It's not easy to fail. Yeah. So, but I'm going to take. Where is it? Potion of advantage.
Okay.
Here we go. 1 potion of advantage. And here we go. Did it not come across?
Not yet.
Oh. Oh, I'm disconnected from roll 20. That's weird.
Oh no.
I rolled a 23.
Okay.
That was with 1 die.
Okay, and the second die?
Hold on. Something's going on with, I don't know if it's my internet or what. I just got disconnected from everything.
Everything except for Discord. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. All right, hold on a second.
Okay.
Oh, I bet I know what it is. I bet it's not VPN.
Ah.
No. Disconnect. There we go. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. I need to show my family Kung Pao. It's been years since I watched that
And
movie.
I got
Oh,
a
jeez.
yeah, and I got a 34 on the second roll.
Yeah, so you're able to craft a pair of the rings. Where are you going to give those to?
So I'm going to keep both of them most of the time, but when we want to use the Eye of Kydron, I think we're going to use the Ring of Telepathy. So Rose can use the Eye and then I can see what she sees.
Cool.
Oh, that way you don't.
That's
Have
one
to...
of
Okay.
That way I don't have to. That way I don't have to cast a wish, so that we can do it. That way. It's either I have a higher risk of failing the save than you do. But if you do it and we teleport to what you see, then I have to use a wish to do it. So I'm trying to save some resources.
Makes sense.
Yep. So tonight, Echo would like to. He's going to tell Rose. You've used the eye today, haven't you?
Yes, I used it to spy on the king.
Okay. Okay, then I'll go ahead and teleport your goods. I'll use a nice little spell to teleport your goods.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're about to go to bed anyway.
Of course, what's the worst that could
And,
happen?
Well,
know.
he has the dagger, so it should go exactly to that armory beneath the shop.
Indeed.
So there.
Well, that's not what I was referencing.
Okay.
Oh, no,
That's what I care
Echo's-
about. If you lose this shipment, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, I was going to tell Eric. I was going to send Eric a message. Hey, I'm really going to send this to the winery in San Luma.
That would
Whoops.
be great.
But
UP
I'm not
Echo
gonna
lost
do that.
lost your package.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Okay, so
do you
I'll-
actually
yeah,
send it
I'll-
over to Bourbon?
Yeah, I'll send it to Bourbon.
Okay. It will disappear.
My goodness, that's expensive.
Yeah, and Shadow Rose is actually waiting there to make sure it arrives and
No, Shadow Rose is doing something else at the moment. Because you
okay.
told me she was.
Well, she's all over the place.
Right. Yeah, she wouldn't be there, but someone's there to receive it.
Yeah, Ash Laurel probably. She's old. She can't do anything.
Dreaming.
It's Ash Laurel. That's the name of the shopkeeper, right? Or
Oh yeah, no, that's the right name. I just never said she couldn't do anything.
Well, she's old. Yeah. But
Yes.
anyways, yeah. Rose just nods and just says thank you.
Okay, and I guess we'll go to bed. I think Echo's ready for get something to eat and go to bed.
Awesome. Cool. Does everyone go to sleep?
Trance. But yeah, Rose will just do her usual thing of going outside, sitting at a windowsill, or going on the roof and just trancing.
Looking pensive.
No, just looking at the sky because it's peaceful.
Understood.
Yeah, it's a medieval country. It doesn't have all the light pollution that
Oh,
we
yeah.
have nowadays. So it's nice to be outside.
Indeed.
Oh.
Except for those mosquitoes.
I cast Sanctuary on myself.
Sanctuary yourself. All right. So, as you guys get some rest tonight, is everyone at the Blue Cloaks Citadel? Or did anyone go anywhere else? All right. No one went anywhere else. Then you guys get the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, thank God. I've been running on empty spell slots. I'm like, please let us not get any shenanigans.
So, some of you are fully rested by midnight. The rest of you wake up in the morning.
Yeah. Rose just is waiting for the others. She's just reading her economics book.
Okay. Can I get an intelligence check?
Ooh. Hey, pretty good.
Awesome. You get some good knowledge from the economics book. You've learned some
yeah.
basic lessons.
Oh yeah, I mean this stuff is going to be important later. So
Supply and demand economics and a couple other theoretical aspects of it. Awesome.
So it's really just psychology. Interesting.
It's more than that. It's like
She says to herself as she's reading.
it's psychology with math. Yep. That's all economics is.
Well, I mean, Dungeons and Dragons is just improv and math.
Darn right. So, What would you guys like to do this
Okay.
morning? Did anything recharge at dawn that you guys need to do?
Oh, test you. That little brazier you carry around that summons the earth elementals.
Yep. Well,
you
there's 3 of them. Yeah.
Can you summon one for me?
Yeah, sure, I could do that. Probably shouldn't do it in town, though.
I suppose we could wait until we get to Folly Point. I forgot what it was called already.
We could just walk outside of town,
Fort
you know.
Folly.
Well, we're gonna teleport over there anyways, so
Okay.
it doesn't matter when I do this.
Well, we may as well get it done now.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna walk out of town, that's gonna take an hour or two, and then walking back, it's gonna be noon
Hey, how
by the
big
time
is
we
this town?
It's a big city.
It's a big city.
Okay, is
It's
there
one
a
of the
park
biggest in
somewhere?
the country. Yeah.
Is there a
So,
park
yeah.
somewhere then?
Yeah. We can just wait until we get teleported to Fort Folly. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. So everyone's awake. Ricard's a little hungry, but that's normal.
I guess we'll eat. And then when everybody's ready, I think we'll teleport to Fort Folly. Isn't that the name of it?
It is the name of it, yes.
Awesome. Cool. We're going to teleport to Fort Folly.
So what we're going to do is we're going to use the rings of telepathy.
Yeah.
And Rose is going to use the Eye of Kydron
Okay.
to
Yes.
spy on
The Fort Folly.
the-
Yeah.
no,
Or
no,
the
no.
keep. The keep. Yeah.
You want to spy on the scroll
Of Comet.
of the comet that is in
Fort Folly. Okay. There's a good chance it just shows me because she said it was under a flagstone.
Yeah, there
So
are a
I
lot
might
of
just see
flagstones
like
in the
a
city.
black
Yeah, that's
black
fine.
nothingness.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
fine.
All right.
Did she say like at the intersection of 2 streets or by the ruins of something, or are we going in there with pickaxes and shovels and flipping over every flagstone we see?
Once we're in there, it shouldn't be too hard to find.
Yeah, I do have another trick or two up my sleeve for that, if we need to.
Yeah, Rose will take off the ring that connects her to her simulacrum because she's worried about feedback.
Yep.
She will put on the one that Echo gives her,
Sure.
and then she will drink a potion of advantage just to be safe. And then she will get the orb or the eye.
All right.
Oop, she's fine.
Cool.
And
So you see a scroll and darkness. The space is exceedingly small.
Well, yeah, most scrolls are in space, at least in Marvel.
Well, if it's enclosed, usually you can see the enclosure.
Yeah, you can see the inside of the chest that the scroll is in.
I don't think we'll fit in there, Echo. Though, can you
Let me pull up
Teleport.
scrying. Let me pull up
Can you-
scrying, make sure
Yeah.
I get this right.
teleport
Yeah,
10 feet above where I'm seeing?
yeah. Let's look at.
Scrying, here we go. Scrying. Okay. Alright, so it's within 10 feet of the target. Alright, so yeah. It would. Yeah, I'm cool with it appearing above there. So you don't see the scroll, but you're able to see a room with 8 tables and some lit torches. Is that where you want to teleport to?
I'm gonna cast teleport.
Gotta
Awesome.
do it.
All right. Cool. So you guys will teleport here. And this map may take a little while to load. You'll find yourselves on the far right-hand side of this map. if that's working. Why
Looks
is
like a good sized map.
it's a very big map. And
Ooh, I like big maps.
should be on.
Cannot lie.
I
see
mean,
it.
I can see it. Yeah, it's a little blurry because I think it's still loading, but
Oh, mine's in.
Okay.
I mean, is it
Yeah.
the world is still loading or we're just still loading from the teleport?
There we go.
Oh, this is cool.
Is there any food on the tables?
There is food on the tables, but it is dry and old.
nothing in here.
Where'd Rose go? Where's the
Oh, I was
where's
just.
the where's the box that we saw, I guess, Eric?
You don't know. It's you either got to see the scroll or you get to
I
see
see.
within 10 feet of the
Yeah.
scroll. Can't have it both
Well,
ways.
Man, don't
Okay,
let me
so-
waste a mouse with this spell.
I got an idea.
No, we can
I-
just.
I got an idea. So,
Uh-huh.
Rose-
it's underneath the flagstone, right? And outside are dragons that are coming by and just doing their breath weapon and scorching up stuff. Well, earth elementals can just glide through the ground, so I'll just call forth the earth elemental and have it sink into the ground outside and search underneath the flagstones for a
Well-
box, and if it finds it, come back and tell us where it is.
Well, Rose is. Well, she's just tapping on the floor, like around where they landed with her feet.
Okay.
Because it has to be within 10 feet of where we are. So she's going to try to see if she can find
You
the.
hear a roar and the ground shakes.
Oh, that wasn't me. I'm sorry. She says as she, taps the ground with her foot.
As a dragon flies overhead. And you guys can feel the heat and see the fire through the doors. And I'm going to just for a moment show you guys the kind of dragon we're dealing with.
He's just going to move the fire resistance potion to his belt.
Yeah, mine's in my 3 slot. Might be.
So this is the dragon's token flying past.
Fantastic.
That's a big.
Whoa!
He's so ancient, he's from 3rd edition.
What do you think is
So-
bigger, that dragon or that rock we saw that one time?
This dragon eats rocks.
So he's a dwarf dragon.
Can I do some investigation or see
Sure.
if I can?
Yeah. Rose is
looking
she
around.
she was tapping the floor where we landed because
Sure.
it has to be 10 feet from where we landed. So she's trying to find the flagstone that rings hollow.
So roll your investigation checks.
What about perception?
No. Brahmi,
Nice.
that's not how this works.
I mean, I can try to.
Hamer, help me
Thank
out
you,
here.
thank you, thank you,
Hamer, help me out.
thank you, thank you.
What's in this box here?
That's the stove.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
a chimney.
Oh,
Yeah.
11. Okay.
Wow. 11 plus 7.
You guys are doing great. Keep it up.
Eric, I forgot to mention this whenever you asked
Yes,
if
sir.
anything recharges at dawn, but if you'll allow me, I summoned Monty at dawn. And we're back to the adventure, buddy. There's dragons flying overhead. Stay safe.
Monty's so much fun to just throw in there and be like, what the hell is he going to say today?
Echo's going to throw a firebolt.
Okay,
He's going to throw a firebolt over here in this direction,
okay.
Why are you throwing fire, Echo?
and he's going to activate his fire resistance.
Okay,
He has to cast a spell to activate his fire resistance.
That's valid.
So, what did you see about the scroll? Is it?
It could be right under us.
Well, let me start snooping.
We know it's close. We just don't know where.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna snoop in the general vicinity, Eric.
okay.
Well, are we indoors or are this like...
You are
it's just like wood
indoors.
floor?
You look above you. There is a stone ceiling. The fire that washed over the tower did not harm the tower. You guys are safe in here. After the session, I will show you the full map, because if you had teleported just to Fort Folly instead of to this tower, you would have had to make your way across the entire map to here.
That could have been fun. That's what we should have done.
You're the one who wanted to come straight to the keep.
I like to get close to the target.
I tell you what, how about I'll pull out that Earth Elemental
Sweet
now,
August
just in
Rose.
case.
This crab comes running up to the door.
She closes it.
She closes the door. Understood. There's a resounding thud. As Aimer, you find an edge of a flagstone that looks like long, long ago something was buried underneath it.
Aimer is just gonna go ahead and pick it up.
Okay. Need you to roll a strength check.
Aimer's gonna attempt to pick it up. Okay.
Okay.
This is gonna be funny. This is gonna be
Sure.
Funny. Hold on.
This is gonna be great.
Hold on. You ready?
Noodle arms. Aimer,
Aimer,
it does
struggling.
not budge, and you have broken a fingernail.
Aw. Oh, that sucks, buddy.
Teste is going to reach over and tap that flagstone with the square stone cube, and from the ground rises an Earth Elemental.
Okay.
Hey, Ricard, will you come pick this up? Hey, come here, buddy.
Yeah, the
Let me
Earth
get you your
Elemental
Earth Elemental.
is a siege monster. I don't want to risk it accidentally crushing the chest that's down there.
They can be delicate.
Card helps Aimer pick up what he's trying to pick up.
Okay. Can I get your
Oh, that's
strength
awesome.
check, sir?
There might be something else in there.
With an 18, you do not lift it.
Okay, the Earth Elemental is going to try and reach down and pick up the flagstone as Teste just generally gestures towards it.
Okay.
This thing's impossible to lift.
Please roll its strength check.
I told you, it's impossible to lift.
Did
The
someone
Earth
get a
Elemental's fingers can't get down into the crack of the stone.
We're going to have to crowbar it.
Okay, I'm going to have the Earth Elemental stick its head through the stone because it has Earth Glide.
Yeah, Earth Glide, not Stone Glide. Does it say that it goes through stone?
Yeah, unworked earth and stone. Yeah, it says it. Yeah.
This is worked stone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because a flagstone is just a large chunk off a boulder.
Yeah,
Hold
but
on,
it's
Ricard.
cut and...
I'll help you. Let's try again here. I'm gonna try to give advantage to Ricard by that with the help
I
action.
can.
I think they
Okay.
may have a crowbar.
Oh, so who's got a crowbar?
Someone's
Alright.
grabbing a crowbar. Ricard finally, with the crowbar and the help, manages to lift the flagstone up, and underneath it there is a chest.
Yeah.
I actually do. have
Rose
a
is just clapping
Chest!
as
Grab the chest!
as Ricard, Mr. Olympia bench presses that huge flagstone. Very good.
She just says very good
Thank
and
you.
goes and picks up the
Thank you.
chest.
No, she's waiting for Aimer to pick up the chest because I'm imagining
Aimer
like-
will inspect it. Like, just hold on a second, Ricard.
like Ricard is just like holding up like a small car.
Just take the chest.
Open the chest.
Take the chest and move it.
First Superman edition.
I gotta make
You don't
sure.
have to open it right there. Just move the chest.
I don't want to blow us up. Hold on. 37 to investigate around the chest. Make sure it's not like trapped. Like
The chest is trapped.
the positioning of the entire chest is trapped.
Yeah, there are
On the other side of the
four-
room, hiding behind
There are
the
4
table.
traps, one under
Yep.
each corner.
100%.
Pressure plate or like
Nope.
wire.
Little pieces of wire that have a shimmer to them. The wires themselves are enchanted.
Oh,
Are
interesting.
they sitting underneath it? Like are they?
They're attached to the stone underneath it, the stonework that's underneath the chest. There's 4 wires that were placed into the stone.
So it's basically like it's like an enhanced pressure plate.
Not a pressure plate, but basically tripwires. There are 4 tripwires that have magic cast on
Well, I
them.
was saying, so if they're on the stone though, like, could I theoretically then just lift the chest entirely without touching them?
Theoretically,
And that's what I'm saying. So if it's more they're there in case the chest touches it when being picked up.
theoretically,
Okay, I'm trying to understand the trap,
yes, sir.
the mechanics of it, like
Yeah.
how it actually is, and what the thing. It's like, well, this is trapped. Hey, Echo, can you come over here?
Sure. What you need?
Can you dispel magic these wires? There's some sort of
Yep.
magical trap.
There's
Can I tell what
4
kind
of
of
them.
magical trap it is, Eric?
You did not roll an Arcana check yet.
I'm saying I'm gonna roll an Arcana check.
Sure.
I was asking if I could.
Yes, you may. The 28. These are disintegration traps.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh,
I don't want them to disintegrate the chest though. I don't
Right.
mind if they disintegrate me, but I think they're aimed at the chest.
To get out of this, we're going to need to roll a sleight of hand check of a DC 30, or cast Dispel Magic 4 times against
Oh.
Disintegrate.
Oh, DC 30 sleight of
have-
hand. I'll just remove it. You don't need to worry about
no,
that.
well,
Oh, don't waste your spell slots. I literally can't get below a 30.
Ricard is holding this rock
Yeah.
while they're having this discussion.
Oh.
Yeah. Rose is distinctly not helping. She's just,
Supervising?
no, she's just
resource allocation.
she's just cheering Rickard on.
Understood.
Yeah, I think I can beat it in one spell casting.
I mean, Erica just taken to the face. To be fair.
Aimer just picks
well-
up the chest.
Yeah. he
Well,
just picks it up. You're good now, Ricard. Be careful though. Don't disrupt those wires. They might get disintegrated. Amber says as he walks away with the chest. That'll be good.
Careful! I just dropped the fucking rock.
As you drop the fucking rock, the rock disintegrates as it fires off the trap.
Ooh.
It turns into dust. There's now a hole there, sir.
How fun.
Now we could have harvested those components into a grenade.
Well,
Too late now.
all right,
That
Amber,
was
what's in
probably
the chest?
loud.
Now I get to inspect the chest.
Okay. It is a rectangular chest, sharp 90-degree corners on all sides.
I'm looking at the lock, mostly the joints.
Sure. You look at it and there's an inscription on it. It's kind of hard to read.
Is it happen to be abyssal, celestial, common, infernal, or orc?
Negative.
Rose, will you come here?
Silver
What?
or draconic?
I can't
It is
read
draconic.
Echo can read draconic.
Yeah.
I mean,
All Aimer knows is that Rose can understand all languages. I don't know if that's
these
written.
spoken languages, yeah. Unless it's a sentient creature, I can't understand it.
Okay.
I mean, is it common, elvish, or undercommon?
No, it is draconic.
Draconic.
Oh, it's
Brandon
draconic.
can read it.
Echo, Brandon, you guys want to try to read this?
Yeah, what's it say, Eric?
I'm going to send this to you guys. So, Echo, there you go. And Brennan, here you go. There you go.
Cool. Yeah.
It reads, "Let none unworthy tread the celestial path, for in their grasp the heavens shall not yield. By the decree of the astral wardens, this scroll remains bound, its power only for those aligned with the stars' eternal dance. Break this seal only with the blessing of the firmament, lest ruin descend upon the profane."
Are we aligned with the stars' eternal dance?
I was told there is no alignment. Uh,
Nice.
Very true.
tested in a day.
Well, I mean, as a turtle, I am naturally one of the most graceful creatures on this world, so I suppose I could do a celestial dance.
I figured you could probably, I don't know, religion
So, what is the
Face
on.
it, you could probably
religion cipher this thing. I don't know.
It's like magic.
Yeah,
Do
it's like,
religious
hey, Aimer,
stuff.
could you go do a bloodshed?
Yes, I mean I can do a religion too, technically, but do anyone know what the firmament is? On top
The
of your head.
heavens.
Yeah, Rose just shrugs because this stuff's beyond her.
No.
Professor Denne's gonna rub his head for guidance and try and recollect what he can about the teachings of the firmament.
Sure. Let's roll your history or religion check, as Ricard knows something, and so does Tester
Echo would
Day.
like to- Yeah, Echo would like to try too.
Sure.
Yeah, Brennan doesn't. It's
Awesome.
not worth it.
You know
Cool.
what? I will roll just for fun.
Oh,
Just
I'll
for
roll
fun?
for fun. Hold on, I gotta roll for fun then too. Why?
All right. Fine, guys.
I know that.
Did anyone
Brennan
fail
knows
this?
what's going on.
Man, apparently, look at us. Look at how smart
It's
we are.
probably- I didn't. Yeah, I didn't think was going to get that, but
We're geniuses.
Yeah. This has to be
some ancient
open.
script, right?
Right. It's an ancient religious script. This has to be opened through a religious ceremony, usually done by dancing. So you need to choose someone or more than one person in this party who's going to perform a dance that's going to get a total of a 40.
Ooh, that's a pretty tough roll.
You guys can combine together because 5 of you have this knowledge. The question is, doing performance checks,
Mhm.
I need a total of a 40. You guys have 5 people.
Oh.
Yeah, Rose.
Oh, and we do have that warding bond thing where it gives us all guidance.
I mean, it's the peacekeeper thing, but yes.
Peacekeeper thing,
yeah. Well, I was about to say, yeah, Rose can.
I can use enhance ability. I cannot.
Amer's like, I can dance.
I can dance.
Yeah.
Explain it to
If
Brennan.
you want to. But if your friends
that's what
don't
I
dance, they're no friends of mine. Just saying.
Exactly.
Ricard will hold out
Oh,
his
my
hand to
God.
Rose and be
Yeah,
like, "Shall we?"
yeah. Let's dance.
Hold on. Let me look at something real quick.
Oh my God. It's Rose. Well, you know what? Rose will cast Peace Bond on herself and Rickard. So
Well,
we
I
each
don't
get
get it.
+4.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
No.
Okay.
Go.
Holding? Holding?
Okay, hold on. Okay, go. Let's just
Yeah,
dance.
so she is literally Rickard literally has his hand out. She already has her arm around his waist, like literally ready to go. She's just looking at Echo.
Everyone just staring at Echo.
Yeah.
We'll just all dance and see what we get.
Sounds like a plan.
You guys want to see some sweet moves? Here,
Okay.
Brennan, I'm going to show you some sweet moves. This is performance, correct?
Yeah, I
Yes.
bet you are.
No, I'm gonna spend a fate point to re-roll that.
No, I think you should keep it.
No, I
I'm going to use
refuse.
magic, but no, screw that.
I refuse.
I'm just going to roll a natural 1.
I refuse. No, I'm re-rolling it.
Performance.
I have heroic inspiration. That did not happen.
Like
Oh my
you go
fucking
to
God.
take Rickard's hand and you slip and fall.
Ricard, really, it should be just me and you
She's just
dancing.
nervous. She's just nervous.
Yes, Rose, that's
Oh my
persuasion.
Oh yeah,
Three.
whoops. I rolled the wrong thing. Whoops.
Yep. So you got a 3 plus your performance bonus of a 7. So you got a 10 on performance as well. Okay.
Amer pulled a 21 to Ricard's 22.
Oh
and
my God.
He looks at Ricard and be like, maybe me and you should just dance together,
Well,
Has it been a while since you've actually just danced, Rose? You move around with such elegance, but seem a little bit
You know what?
rusty.
Yeah.
Oh
Rose
wait, I
has
feel
melody.
it.
She
So
doesn't
hold
have
on
rhythm.
a second. I feel a heroic inspiration coming on.
You know what they say about the way women dance, right?
Hold on, where is this? I haven't done this in so long. I forgot how to do it.
Are you going to try to give yourself inspiration?
What? No, it's gonna be some completely random person. It's
No,
definitely
that's not
me.
allowed. I'm going to refund the tar out of that one. All right. But no, you
How
guys
about,
easily have the 40 now. It's just that Sweet
Okay.
Heiress Rose, based off of the die rolls here, is not doing this dance well at all.
Amer's doing
Well,
Amer's doing
Yesterday would like to contribute. He is
Sure.
going to pull out his pole of the angler. He's
Uh-huh.
going to have it about 2
Oh,
feet
no.
long. He's going to attach a long string of bandages to it and try to do a bit of a ribbon dance routine.
Awesome. Please roll your performance check.
Oh,
Holy!
Okay.
Ricard tries to keep his eyes on Rose while we're dancing, but he just can't help be drawn to Testu's
today.
magical dance.
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
That's
turtles
it.
can't exactly turn fast, so a ribbon dance is a very natural way that a tortoise would dance.
Absolutely. I love that so much.
Oh my god.
But thanks to the dancing of the party, because of so many people understanding the dance necessary, you guys managed to perform the ritual of unlocking this instead of having the comet fall on the tower.
That would have been fun, though.
That was.
Yeah.
What
Let me roll my evasion.
I'm
Everyone's
glad
flattened.
I'm glad that enough of you got the thing so that you could all do the rolls, and you rolled well on it, except for Sweetheart's Rose.
Well, Ricard will, with a whisper and a wink, just say to Rose, maybe we should practice this again sometime. You know, just in case this ever comes up again.
To be fair, I haven't ballroom danced in over a century, so
And that that it has been unsealed does not mean Testadinide stops dancing.
he's having fun.
Awesome. Cool. Inside the chest, you see a scroll of the comet.
Amer's gonna investigate inside the chest because
Just
we're
to
already
make
at,
sure.
we're already at a few, and I don't want to get blown up.
Sure.
No, that is the prudent thing to do.
Yeah. That's smart.
So within the chest, you will find that it has a false bottom. And you do not see any more traps.
So a false bottom. So there's a scroll and then the false bottom there.
Correct.
Amer will pick up the scroll,
All right.
and with his other hand, he'll pick up the false bottom.
Okay. Inside the false bottom, there are a collection of 12 signet rings.
Who do those belong to?
Oh.
Is that the
That's cool.
figment from the description?
I don't know. You see Amer how he like scoops up a whole bunch of rings, so you hear it's the clatter of it.
Mhm.
He probably mostly look at the scroll in his hands.
Sure.
And he drops the chest, and he has these interesting. What kind of symbols are on the signets? Out of curiosity.
They're very odd and very old rings. The rings depict various symbols that appear draconic in nature.
Echo.
There's one that looks like wind, one that looks like water, fire. There's a diamond. There's a
Is there a
emerald.
heart?
There's
There
not a
is.
heart.
No
Tough.
Captain Planet?
We're not going Care Bears. Tough.
So
The
does
clover.
does
I was
Echo
thinking
have-
more Captain Planet, but that's
I
good
was going
too.
Captain Planet too.
There is no red balloons or blue horseshoes. No.
Echo, will you come look at
Is-
these?
Yeah, has Echo ever heard of these? Or
No. Echo would not have heard of these.
I
Guessing
tell you what, I
neither
can
would
do.
have Brennan.
I can cast Identify.
I can identify them too. I don't know if they're magical or not.
I mean, I can cast it for free.
So can
Yeah.
I have never
So
seen
this-
those symbols before.
I will cast
That's
identify
tradition.
on one of the rings in random.
Sure.
Eric.
Yep, and Echo did the same.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So each of you roll 1d12 to determine which ring you're identifying.
Alright. /R 1d12.
Okay. So you did identify different rings, and neither of them are magical. You guys can go through and identify all of the rings. None of the 12 rings are magical.
No, I was just curious if there was any sort of property to it beyond that, not just magic. That's what I
No,
was-
these are
Or
a
you could-
historical item, but not
could
history that you
probably-
guys know.
Amer, you can probably appraise them, can't you?
Well, it's
I
without
do-
knowing who they belong to, they're just signet rings.
They belong to us now.
I
Well,
do
I mean,
have jeweler's
obviously.
tools. I'm proficient.
Probably
in
the one who told us about the scroll would know what they are.
Judith. I mean, Judith knows lots of things, so yes, I would assume so as well.
yeah, she knows things.
If I'm looking at the draconic symbols, there's 12. What 12 draconic symbols are there?
They are various chromatic and metallic dragon symbols.
So there's a gold dragon signet ring there, isn't there?
Yes, sir.
I think Echo's gonna. I think he wants to pick that one up, and I think he's gonna keep it.
Okay.
Why not
He'll
just make your
probably
own?
put it. He'll probably put it on, I guess.
Well, why not just make your own signet ring?
I can, but this one's ancient. I mean, That's cooler.
Oh, let's
If
see what
it's
it
treasure,
is.
that's
Yeah.
cooler.
Well, I think
I
the
think-
signet, the signet ring. What's important about it is the symbol of who it represents.
Well,
That-
we'll
that-
find out who that is.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, well, I suppose. Yeah.
I'll put 11 signet rings on my character sheet, and Echo can have the whatever the gold 12th one. 11
So, do you guys want to go outside and kill a dragon?
I was thinking about that. You guys want to give it a shot?
Ricard just claps his hands together and kind of rubs them. Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Today is just lost to the dance. He got a nat 20. He's gonna milk this dance as long as he
Oh
can.
yeah, no. Go. You have fun, King.
So if we get in over our head, then we'll just
That's what I was gonna ask.
teleport out.
Doesn't hurt to try. Also, there's a bunch of crabs, so watch out for those.
Before we do this, I am going to show you the art of the dragon that you guys would be facing, because you did see it fly past through the doors. So here's the art of what we're talking about.
Oh, he's cute.
That is a town at the bottom left corner of that art.
Look,
why do I feel like I've looked at that dragon before randomly?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like some pretty good art. I mean, we do
Big
need to
boy.
practice killing giant dragons. I mean, I just need to point that out there.
So, I know we don't do strategy, but to teleport, we all need to be
We'll do
together, right?
strategy. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we need to all be together.
Okay, but that's
Yeah.
that's the opposite of what we want to do with a dragon, right?
Yes,
and,
that is.
and there is
that is
the
a good
issue
point.
that this is a primal. If we teleport away, he might just follow.
Well, I have something for that too. Let me look at something here.
You hear another roar as it sweeps past again.
Inside this.
I mean, like, okay, Rose, you know, when it does that, Rose will go outside just to see if the crab got cooked.
The crab did not get cooked, however, there is a crab that is missing.
Oh, so it didn't cook this crab?
Nope, these crabs are immune to fire.
Oh. How handy. And they're pretty big too, right?
Yep. And the crab looks at you and is going to try to wallop you.
It should, she's just wondering, is like, maybe we could like use these crabs as shields. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll the attack. That's fine.
Sure. Here we go. The attack
Yeah, the
roll.
ads. I mean, the dragon will be tough enough. I mean, do we want to screw around with the ads as well?
I missed.
That's what I'm torn on. like-
The crab pinches at her. She like just blocks it. She, karate blocks it. I mean, sorry. She when it does that, she just closes the door again.
Like, are we gonna gain? I mean, because Brennan would be down, obviously. But like, are we gonna gain anything or just lose a bunch of resources?
That's a
Oh,
good
we're not
point.
going to gain anything.
Well,
No,
I
it's-
mean,
it's-
if assuming, well, one, reputation, two, whatever parts we can get from that thing.
It probably has a horde somewhere too. It's got to live here somewhere, I'm gonna guess.
I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot. Like I said, we need to practice killing giant dragons.
I mean, are we really in the business of saying, hey, we gotta go murder him because we want to practice murdering things like him?
Yes, that's literally my job.
I mean, has this dragon done anything worthy of being murdered for?
Does that matter?
Some people it does. Not some people have more moralistic viewpoints than we do, Rose.
Well, actually, so hold on, that's a good point. So Brendan would ask Echo about this, because Brendan would say, Echo, you taught me how dragons are not all the same. Do you know anything about this dragon?
Yeah, and just to quickly point out, Testadene was bantering back and forth with a moonlight-covered dragon at the temple.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Testadene has. It would be a nice challenge, but there may actually be no reason to do this. I mean, this is just his territory.
I mean, don't you know all these all that dragon lore, do you actually know this particular dragon from your memories?
Do I
Oh,
do I
yeah.
have any, or would Amarazi have any memory of this particular dragon?
He looks pretty old.
Let me pull him up. Let me double check because.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about Brennan because he did all that research on dragons.
Yeah. 1 second. Brennan absolutely did research. Where was the E4 Folly? That's not the dragon. These were other people there. We have to go and find the exact entry here. There it is. The entry is Grazodonth is the name of the dragon. And Grazodonth has only been doing this for the past 4,000 years. And so, yes, Echo, there's a chance you would know this. Please roll your history check. With a 27, sir. You remember Grazodonth being a nearly mindless brute that decided to burn and be super territorial. There's no reasoning with him. He's essentially just a beast that goes around and collects food, destroying anything in his area.
Yeah, it's like a T-Rex, I guess. It's
Yeah.
just surviving. It's a beast.
It's
It's
just,
territorial.
yeah, it's not an intelligent creature. Grazodonth is 100% just doing what it does for food.
Probably morally neutral.
Yep. Morally neutral is a good way to put it. It does what it does because it does it. It doesn't have any malice. It just, hey, look, food, Sky Island, burn the Sky Island, eat the
Yeah,
people.
we're not going to be able to speak and reason with him like we do other dragons.
No.
And we should consider that from a druidic perspective, he's been doing this so long, he's probably a cornerstone of the ecology for 100 miles in every direction. I mean, look, you've
Further.
got crabs here immune to fire.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, actually, I'm worried more about the crabs than I am the dragon. If we just fought the dragon, we might be able to manage ourselves. But we get surrounded by crabs and then have to deal with the dragon. That's a hassle.
We'll gather up all the crabs and demiplane them, and we'll drop them on Agradan. With all the dead sturges that we left in that one demiplane.
Yeah, if y'all want, we'll just teleport out of here unless y'all want to tackle it. I'm good either way.
I mean, does anyone have speak with animals? We could ask the crabs questions.
I don't think your party has to speak with animals, unfortunately.
Aimer, what do you think?
Do elves get that? No, they have to get a feat to get that, I think.
Doesn't Rose have something like Tongue of the Sun and Moon or something?
That only works with sentient creatures. I'm like
Yeah.
99% sure. Hold
Yeah,
on,
they
let me
have to have a
double-
language.
Yeah.
Click-clack is a language.
Click-clack may be a trending song, but it is not a language.
Yeah. If you just
Thank
just
you,
gotta,
Brennan, for getting that one.
you just gotta do the crab rave, you know. Bum, 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 bum.
That's right.
I mean, after the ribbon dance, I could probably pull it off.
That is their song.
I think Echo would follow or Brennan would follow whatever Echo does because he's evolved a little bit with this.
Which I love. I think it's great character growth.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, the necessity of teleport, all of us having to be together for us to escape. It does make sense to just leave it alone then. If you could teleport us all out while us being spread out, then I would say go for it.
Major
But
thing.
yeah, we're by
have to be
necessity. By necessity of fighting something that big, we're gonna have to spread out. And
That's something
That's-
to think about for the
too
future,
risky.
though.
yeah,
Well, a part of practicing to fight dragons is practicing when to not fight dragons.
Well, I mean, we learned a weakness though about this. You know,
What? That it's
is there another? If we're specifically fighting something like a dragon, is there another way for us to all get out of there
Yeah.
aside from teleport?
Now,
give me
now
the-
just one thing to consider before we go. I haven't really had breakfast yet, so if we want to lure one of those crabs in here and dispatch it, I'm up for crab legs.
It takes another swing.
is it big enough to get through the door?
No,
Or
Doesn't
it's
work.
it's
small
too
enough?
big.
It's too big.
Well, all you gotta do is reach out through the door and touch it.
Oh, yeah, it attacks me.
21 to bludgeon you.
Nope, that misses. Okay, so it is a crab.
It is a huge, giant crab. That's
Rose,
literally
what-
text box.
Have you have you ever seen that video of a mantis shrimp punching a crab? And it
Yes.
punches it so hard its claw comes off.
Yes.
Rose is gonna try to do that.
Very well. You will get your turn.
He's gonna reach out, just rip its claw off, and just duck back in and close the door.
Close the door.
Unless I roll a 2. Jeez, what is with my?
You did not damage it.
Oh, I got 2 more behind that.
Sure.
so-
Carter Rose.
Okay, 1, a 2, a 4, and a 5. Come on. There we go.
All right,
Add
with the
one more.
31, you managed to punch its claw off. The 50-pound claw thunks into the ground.
And you still put a stunning strike on that last one just to so
Sure.
it doesn't retaliate.
Understood.
What's
You-
its con save? Yeah, it has to beat a 21.
Hey, there's a decent chance here. Hey, check that out. Failed.
It got a 10. So yeah, it's done. She grabs on their next turn. She grabs the claw, drags it in because it weighs 50 pounds, and then closes the door.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm up for seafood for lunch because I don't trust meat from cities because you don't know how it's been stored, all that. But we hunted it ourselves. I'm down for seafood.
I mean, there is
Take it with us.
a kitchen back here.
We're gonna cook it here.
Yeah,
Is,
I mean,
is
yeah.
anyone among us actually proficient in cook's tools, or are we just gonna just grill it enough?
Oh, the fairy was I forget her name.
Stop Bright Grove? Yeah.
Belle, yeah. Belle was the cook.
I don't think Aimer does anymore. I think at one point. Aimer can change his proficiencies kind of on a whim, some of that stuff. And he was able to use the cooking tools. He just wasn't a very good cook. But right now, he does not know how to cook.
Okay.
I went through all the trouble to get that claw, and now you're telling me you don't want to eat it?
Oh, we do want to eat
Take
it.
it
I'm just
with
saying
us.
we'll take it to a restaurant.
I don't.
Okay.
I'm not very versed in cooking right now. You need to give me a few hours so I can learn how to cook again.
But let me put it this way: I'm a temple cleric. You know what my favorite food is? Anything I didn't have to cook.
Remember the days
Yeah,
on
you
the
can take it
boat
with us.
roads where I'd go fishing and catch, and try to cook what I caught?
Oh. Yeah, I remember the boat. The boats. It's
Yeah,
amazing how
try.
nothing good ever happens on boats.
Should we
Just
maybe
today.
pop to a town other than Nausha, just because we've had enough shenanigans going on there?
Well, I mean, if we want to learn about these rings, now should be the place to go.
I suppose.
I mean,
I mean,
well, would you
the
like-
central wall had pretty good food.
Central Wall has good food, but I don't know about anyone who knows about.
We're talking like where do you guys want to go eat lunch? I don't know. Go to Shoe, Central
know.
If
There's
Rick's
like a
has some pretty
dragon
exotic
outside.
stuff.
Meanwhile, Echo's sitting here. I'm going to have to cast Wish to get us there.
All right, how about this? There's also we can just pop into the castle at Karth and have the royal chef cook it up for us.
I don't know if they know how to
There's an
cook that.
idea.
Hey.
But if we need to learn about the
got
rings,
staff.
maybe Nausha's a better idea.
Hey,
So I'm wondering.
I did figure out the dragon problem, by the way.
Oh.
Scatter. So,
Scatter?
Yeah. So Echo, he has the reach of Amarazi. So his scatter range is 60 feet, not 30. So as long as you guys are within 60 feet of him, he can scatter. We can all come together in the same turn and teleport out.
Wait,
He'd
but-
have to use a quicken spell and a 9th level spell to do it.
why would you scatter us though?
Well, because you can all spread out and you can be, as long as you're within 60 feet of him at any given time, he can cast scatter. And instead of scattering, you're actually all coming together.
Well, then
Yeah,
why is it called scatter?
Why is it called sneak attack? It's functionally mass vortex warp.
If it pulls everything together, that's the opposite of scatter.
Yeah. I'd say that's like the exact dimension of a breath cone, right?
It can bring you about or bring you in.
Well, it should be called something else then, Because
Now you
scattering
can
it.
scatter if you want to. We're leaving.
Yeah. I'm still
But
not,
yeah, it would cost a nice level spell, but we could do it.
I'm still not terribly, keen on throwing my life against a gigantic, fiery breathing dragon thing.
I just like the challenge, but I get
mean,
it. Oh,
I mean,
where are we going for lunch?
Tell you
I
what,
get it.
we'll just, for fun, I will use its breath weapon against the tower that you guys are in. The tower's immune, but it's fun to just roll this.
Yeah, see what damage it would be.
Yeah, so there we go.
I could dodge that.
Yeah, it's 12d12 with a dexterity saving throw of 26.
It's a
Yeah.
fire resistance potion. That's nothing.
How much damage you just roll? I didn't see it.
No, I remember.
66 fire.
So,
Fire resistance, Twilight Sanctuary, that'll take care of it.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, exactly.
Well, again, it's. I
But,
think Echo's right. It's the crabs and stuff.
Yeah, it's yeah. If it was just
going to kill us.
if it was just
What
the dragon and us in a featureless room, yeah, we'd be fine. But yeah, all the crabs, the cyclopses, or
Yeah,
whatever
they
else. is up
grapple. They're
Yeah.
going to grapple some of us.
If we could all get onto the dragon and fight it there.
We got this 50-pound crab claw to eat. We can't let that go bad.
Yeah, just
I'm not,
tell
I
me
don't-
where y'all want to go to lunch. We'll
yeah,
go.
I don't particularly care about Fort Folly, so I only care if the dragon stays here.
there. Yeah, that's fine.
Unless we know where its hoard was or something like that, or want to make something out of its scales or something. But
Well, if it's as dumb as Echo says, would it even gather a horde?
it may not.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
here's,
just
here's
like
a
a
thought.
dinosaur.
If it's as dumb as Echo says, could we lure Vagradan here?
Oh,
Have
that would
it
be
attack
interesting to
Vagradan?
see. That'd be cool to see.
That might not be a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about it. We
Oh.
piss off Vagradan, we drop a comet on him, we go neener, teleport here, he comes raging at us, and now he's got to deal with the big boy.
Pretty
Well-
sure he trounced the big boy to death, to be honest with you, but
Probably, but
I'm gonna guess it.
it's only a probably.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Though I think if we teleport from to the other side of the planet, it would probably be better if we had Lord Amorosi like carry us, and he chases us across to over here.
If
Or
we
something
also
like that.
if you cripple his wing with a comet, it's there's the chance he might not be able to even fly. Part of the comet idea was to ground him with it.
Well, you see, that's the thing, is that if we can lure him here we have a nice destroyed place with an ambient threat, and if the comet misses, we don't have to go, oops, sorry, peasants.
Or we comet them both. We get them in there. They start fighting. and we
Or we comet them both. Yeah.
Comet them both, yeah.
Though I
Dep-
think
depending on which way the fight's going, because I mean, if the big thing outside for some reason actually wins the fight, well, good on us. And if it loses, well, then we hit Vagradan, because we're adventurers. In the stories, we fight with epicness and honor. In reality, we fight like assholes.
They don't have any sort of honor that I fight with. I will literally kill your parents just to make you suffer.
Those who die from an abundance of honor don't get into the history books. It's a selection bias.
I mean, even though Nausha's boring, we probably want to go there to identify the rings, right?
Probably. You can
Yeah.
hit Juan Carlos.
Yeah, I think
People
so.
could that crab for you.
yeah, that's fine. Let's go.
That's what I have to do about the rings.
Oh, test you. I'm gonna beat your Earth Elemental to death.
Sure.
Are you attuned to the ring?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then yeah, beat their element to death then.
So I'm worried that it won't count if it just stands there. So I think you need to order it to attack me.
As you wish, and the Earth Elemental will make a gesture of a command towards the Earth Elemental, and the Earth Elemental will challenge Rose to a dance battle.
She's just standing there waiting for it to attack her.
Yeah, it's making very disrespectful moves and shaking its legs.
Come here. I'll help the other elemental. I'll give you. I'll tickle Rose while the Earth Elemental punches her to make this more challenging.
Well, the thing is, yeah, I'm pretty sure because it has disadvantage against me while I have the ring up. But it needs to be in combat, so I can't just kill it while it's standing there letting me do it. It needs to fight back.
Well, the Earth Elemental gets right in Rose's face and then takes a step back and points behind her.
I'm not sure that elemental's doing, Rose.
It just keeps pointing behind Rose. Just keeps holding its arm out with one finger.
It's
extended.
trying to make me turn around, so I turn around, and then it's gonna sucker punch me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's good enough.
How
like
else
the
are you
Australian
expecting a
break
CR5 to remotely handle you?
Testu, can you please just order it to attack me?
He's just leaning back and he's munching on some sunflower seeds. He's like, oh, he's fine in his own way. Hey, rule 43. Any creature I control through magic or technology, I will treat with kindness and respect. So if said control is ever broken, it will not immediately try to kill me.
All right, well then let's just go to Nausha since this isn't gonna work out.
Oh yeah, you can just punch him right now. I mean, the Earth Elemental gives like kind of a arms folded look at Tessadende and just makes kind of a half-hearted kick at Rose. Like, he just absolutely does not give a shit. If he didn't have a chance to sucker punch it, he's just gonna go through the motions.
Well then all right, well then let's just go to Nausha then if this isn't gonna.
Okay.
We'll find one in the wild then. Because I have a ring of Earth Elemental command, and I can't activate it until I get in combat with a Earth Elemental. And I'm worried that if it just stands there and lets me kill it, it doesn't count.
It does count.
But
Go ahead.
oh, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then she will start, pummeling the Earth Elemental into dust.
Yeah.
It probably takes a couple minutes, but yeah.
You guys will exchange blows. And
It has disadvantage because of the ring, so I'm pretty sure it just can't hurt her.
Aimer
Yeah,
cheers
it
for the
just
Earth
occasionally like picks up pieces of itself that's been knocked over and just kind of throws them at Rose's face. It knows that it's just going to pop back to the plane of Earth, so it's just trying to make this fight as inconvenient for Rose as possible. Great to Tessadinide's amusement.
okay.
He's not letting you beat it with any dignity.
Got it. Cool.
And we'll go to Nausha.
Awesome. So
All right, it's crab time.
as you guys teleport to Nausha, we're just here.
It's good to be back or something.
All right. So you're going to Giancarlo's?
Aimer's not worried about eating. He's like, I'm gonna go check in with Judith if someone wants to come with me, in case I get stabbed again.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Yeah, I'll go with you. You can go get that claw cooked.
I'll be over at
Okay.
Juan Carlos here in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll be there when we're done with Judas. That's
A 50-pound crab claw is going to take a long time to cook, guys. Just saying.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Tatsu goes and starts to get it cooking, and we'll do some business while we do that.
All right.
Multitasking.
You know, this claw is so big, it's probably going to take us like 2 weeks to eat.
I don't know, man.
There's.
Well, because
I thought. Wait, wasn't. There's 6 of us, so a pound a day. Like, we're adventurers, so we burn a lot of calories, so maybe 2 pounds a day. Yeah, a couple weeks maybe.
well, also there's no game next week.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
it.
that's right.
Because
That's
I am
vacation.
out next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Vacation.
forgot about that. That's a good reminder.
I'm going to
I'll
share
take
an
an
image
episode.
with you guys of what happens in my house for Thanksgiving and stuff. Here we go. Spirits and Fellowship. That is Thanksgiving for me.
Oh, that's the way to go. I've done Christmas like that before.
It's great.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, we've done that for Christmas.
That's some good-looking king crab there.
Yeah.
What's
Anyway,
that lobster? What's that? Yeah, we can talk
Yeah.
about that later.
lobster, clams, on top of rice. It's a whole big thing. And we ate that whole thing in 30 minutes.
I am, man.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah.
All right. So
Or what-
you guys walk over to Judith's Intricacies and Oddities.
Hi, Judith. We're back.
That was swift. Did everything go well?
Well enough. We got what we came for, but we found something I was very curious about. This is You're the premier knowledge base that I know on this. And Amor reaches into his pocket and pulls out the 11 signet rings he has. We found 12 of these. Echo's wearing the gold one. Imagine that. And I was wondering if you knew anything about these.
She looks at them. Goodness. Well, this is quite the collection. I'll tell you what. I will make you 2 offers. One, I will buy all 12 rings right now without telling you anything about them for 24,000 gold. Or I can tell you about them and give you 6.
How about, okay, I'd like to make a third offer. How about third, we sell them to you for 24,000 and then you tell us about them. Because it's not, it's more the curiosity. I'd like to learn about them as well.
But I would like to get all 12.
Echo, are you willing to part with that?
Why do I get the feeling I'm going to be mad when this is all over?
It's
Because you're going to be
I just
mad when
have
this
this-
is all over.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Because here's that's what I'm
Okay.
asking you. I mean, like,
Yeah, it's Judith.
Well, what do we need
It's-
the
it's-
gold for? Maybe that's a good question.
It's
Anyway.
Judith.
we always need gold potions.
to be fair, we are
Pretty stocked
up.
up right now, yeah.
I mean, if it's a
Okay.
historical artifact that, I mean, I still think it's a signet ring. I think it'd be cooler if you got your own signet ring, Echo. But if you want to have some fancy gold dragon's signet ring,
I don't know. I mean, it could be like having King Arthur's signet ring. Wouldn't that be cool?
I mean,
I've never heard of.
Cool.
I've never heard of King Arthur.
It'd be
Okay.
cool to have some cool guy's signet ring, but like, I'm not that guy.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like, it's
I
we
think
don't
it's
we don't live a life where we get to really go and have a big fancy home to show off our fancy treasures. And you know,
Well, eventually, we're going to retire eventually,
I
someday.
mean, eventually, yes, but we could also die
Oh.
before we get to that stage.
Brendan's gonna be in a cave.
my plan eventually was to create my own little dragon horde, but I'm not. I mean, we keep selling everything.
I mean,
I don't have much of a horde right now.
We've had a lot. We've had multiple boats.
Well,
Yeah,
I've got a few items.
Let's trade. Echo just sadly sleeping on his one little ring just because that's all he's got.
So yeah, we'll trade.
Okay.
If she'll tell us after the fact what's the deal.
Amer's just curious. You know what I mean? Like,
Of course.
Well, then we can sell it for 6,000. What is it, 6,000, and then we hear the story?
No.
no. So we
No,
can
no.
hear the story and then sell it for 6. We can sell it without hearing the story for 12 or sell it for 24. But Amer said, what if I sell them for 24, but then I want to hear the story after the fact?
She's
So
fine
I
with that.
Yeah, I still want to hear the story. I don't need to hear the story before we sell them.
Yeah, they're probably like the keys to an ancient vault of mystical power of unlimited wealth and artifacts.
If we want them back.
Yeah, the
It'll
12 keys.
It'll cost
you know,
200,000.
She's not going to trade them
keys to a
back.
Dragon vault.
No.
Yeah.
What if you guys sell these? She's keeping them and she's not selling them back.
Yeah, so here's the thing. So if Judith was gonna only offer us 6,000 to then sell it to her, like, there wouldn't really be a what am I trying to say here? It's not like they're gonna unlock some type of crazy wealth, because then we'd know about it and she had to offer us way more than 6,000. You know.
Let's see what she says.
All right, so Amer will hold out his hand for Echo to get the ring from him.
Yeah, I'll give it up.
Okay.
Amer will place all 12 on Judith's counter.
And she will pour out gemstones totaling 24,000 gold for you guys.
4,000 each.
Everyone gets 4,000 gold.
I can't believe you'd trade artifacts for gold.
I mean, Amer totally would.
It belongs in a museum.
I mean, Judith's shop is like a museum to him. So, like,
It's just arrows. It doesn't matter.
all right, Judith.
Well,
What's the story here?
these 12 rings belonged to the 12 dragons that once ruled all of Australia. These dragons have long since deceased, but once held a council in the tower where these were kept. I was hoping that you would bring them back to me, as they hold sentimental value to me. The 12 dragons consisted of Vermithrix, the Crimson Maw. Put that name in here. Vermithrix was a fiery red dragon known for its volcanic lair and insatiable thirst for conquest. Silveron, the Argent Warden, was a noble silver dragon who guarded sacred ruins atop icy peaks of the mountains of Australia. Azeroth, the Gilded Tempest, was a proud and radiant gold dragon who controlled storms as easily as diplomacy. Herzalf, the Shadowed Poison, was a cunning green dragon that lurked in dense enchanted forests of Australia before Australia was turned into a desert.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know it was a forest before.
Long ago it was. It was lush and full of life. The dragons have despoiled it, and the people there have become hardened by the temperament of the dragons. The next was Brasilax the Flame Tongue, a very talkative brass dragon whose wit was as sharp as its fiery breath. He was quite the jokester, a pleasant one to be around. Nerizalf the Azure Doom, a cruel blue dragon who reigned over a desolate desert section of Australia. It's said that he is responsible for the deforestation when he betrayed the others. Iridolith, the Shimmering Mirage, a bronze dragon who created illusions to protect its coastal domain. Beautiful in the night. She was a friend of mine. Chargrath, the Black Tide, was a terrifying black dragon that ruled one of the swamps. He used to wrap his wings around him as if they were a cloak and walk around on 2 feet, pretending to be vampiric in nature. Arakar, the Platinum Voice, was a wise and reclusive platinum dragon who mediated disputes amongst the other dragons and made friends with Amaria Rosie.
What does the word Arakar mean?
The word Arakar,
In Draconic?
in Draconic, it meant dragon of the air.
Okay.
Voranth, the Scarlet Vortex, a crimson dragon. Scales shone like blood in the light and black as night in darkness. His wrath created fiery cyclones on battlefields that would suck up anything that was on the ground, throw it into the air, and dash it upon the ground, charred to a cinder. Uperdranth, the Verdant Flame, was a copper dragon with a love for riddles and a penchant for chaotic pranks. He was slain by Segeos long ago.
Oh, I'd like to meet him. He seemed like he was a fun guy.
He was annoying at best.
Yeah, but then people said that about me too, Judas.
Perhaps so. And lastly, Tharzath, the Obsidian Hunger, a dark, ancient hybrid of black and gold, driven by an insatiable lust for treasure. He was involved in the creation of Vagrodan, without the rest of the Draconic Council's knowledge. He is also deceased.
Are any of these dragons still alive?
No, these have all been slain. These
Black and
are
gold.
mementos.
I'm
Man,
glad I thought about coming to you for these then. They were hidden underneath the scroll.
Indeed. I figured that if you had managed to collect the Scroll of the Comet, you would collect them. And I wanted the opportunity for a chance of purchasing them. After all, for me, they are mementos of friends long gone. Even those who betrayed me and the rest of the council. At one time, I called them friends, and I still have many memories of them, fond, before the turns.
Curiosity, why did you want to offer less money if we heard the story first?
To entice you to sell them to me beforehand. I believed that should you have heard the story before, you would have kept them.
I mean, that's fair. I was just curious here.
Indeed.
We could die any day. Like I was telling Echo about this. We're not at the point of having a treasure hoard room, having mantles with ancient swords and stories yet.
And yet, Amer, I'm at the point where gold is only a means to an end.
And you know what, Judith? I'm hoping that once we're done here, that's all it'll be for me too, because technically it still is. It's just the means to an end, but my end right now is, well, cleaning up our mess. And cleaning up my existence, maybe. We'll figure out about that one. That's why
Eric. Sorry, go ahead.
So that's why I need gold. I need prepare for the Feywilds.
Yes.
Oh, I was just wondering, were any of these dragons alive whenever Ricard was back in Ricard's day?
Let's see, who would
Would he know of any of them?
back in the day? You would have known of Arikar, and I think the rest of them would have all been in Nostrea, so no. Arikar got around a little bit. No.
So, one
Just
question,
Arikar.
Eric.
Yes, sir.
My insight.
I was going to ask for an insight check actually as well.
Sure.
I'm gonna do that. But this is more my internal insight from what Judith said. He's gonna go, Judith, how many rings were total?
12.
From your words, I don't believe this is a full set.
There were 12 here at the tower in Nostrea. There were 12 in each of the major continents of Toivoa.
Okay, because I was curious, because when you had made mention, and maybe it was a slip of words, of you also being on the council, which made me think that you would have also had a ring, which is the reason I asked.
She smiles and will, for the first time since you've met her, remove one of her gloves. And on a finger, she has a very delicate signet ring in gold. On it, it is encrusted with topazes. They shimmer orange and amber.
Ricard's going to kind of lean over to Rose and whisper, "Is she a dragon?"
She's a dragon, bro.
Well, I will say that is a very. I can understand why you'd want this now. And to be fair, I absolutely consider you a friend. And I would not deprive you of something that reminded you of your past, regardless. had you told the story first or not.
Thank
You're
you.
one of the few people I would say that about. Probably you and Verm.
Verm
Yeah,
is
Echo's
a unique individual.
He is, and I don't know I said that, but he's oddly had my back through thick and thin in his own ways. And you can only help but respect someone for that.
In his own ways is a good way to put it. And what was the insight check for Ricard?
It was going to be an inside check to see if he believed if all the dragons were dead whenever she said they were dead.
Oh, yes.
And
Roll your
it probably
insight
won't
check.
be a good check anyway, but
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, let's find out. With a 17, A, she is telling the truth, and B, you also know that it is impossible to lie inside of Judith's shop.
Ah.
So that's what Emer was curious of, like, Judith might not be part of that council, but she's part of a council.
A council
maybe
of dragons.
a bigger
yes.
one, you know what I
Well,
mean?
Well, Echo
Oh.
looks over at Brennan and shakes his head and says, "Don't be silly."
Thank you for
Well, I guess
sharing.
we could say that story certainly had a chance to drag on.
She looks at you impassively.
I don't think he's actually here. I think he went to Juan. Did you go to Juan Carlos or are you here, Tatsu?
My voice whispers over the wind.
Yeah.
You cannot stop the psychic damage.
Yeah. You
Stop the
can't stop
pun.
emotional
Yeah.
damage.
Can't stop the pun.
Emer will go, well, thank you for showing that to me, Judith. I'm sure that very few people living have seen that.
Indeed. Thank you for bringing them to me. I do appreciate it.
Well, we have to help each other out in our own ways. But if you're hungry for some crab later, we brought back a 50-pound crab claw. And we're having Juan Carlo cook it up. So if you decide to get a snack later, come hit us up over there.
I appreciate the offer, but Giancarlo and I don't exactly see eye to eye on certain things.
I don't see eye to eye with him on many things, but he does cook some good food.
That is why I have Borges bring me delivery.
Well, Borges doesn't love me that much.
Is Borges back, by the way? I forgot.
He did come back, but has since left once again. He has gone back to Sanluma.
Yeah, I'm a little curious about why he's so attached to Sinluma. What's going on there?
Well, I can tell you that. I can answer that question. You see, he has a personal grudge against Sagaeos and is attempting to contact Arvig Longtail to form an allyship, an alliance against Sagaeos. Now that Arvig is free from the duty of the tower, he believes that Arvig could prove useful in the assault that is about to happen on Sagaeos' island of Ikeda. Are you familiar with this?
Brendan's eyebrow raises. He says, I wasn't familiar with that, but, and he looks at the other guys, if we were going to practice on a dragon.
You were, Brennan. Maybe you were drunk, but I did specifically tell you that this attack was taking place.
Yeah. We're probably gonna see if we can help the Saphira's crew.
I told Sison I would tag along. I kind of.
I'd be surprised if we couldn't lend a significant hand.
Yeah,
for
well,
sure.
even if we don't participate in the fight with the dragon itself, I'm sure we could do some aid, keep enemies off their backs while they deal with the main threat. Something to help.
Yeah.
I need them to succeed because I need them to live.
Well, also, we might come across something that I really want from that as well. So, there's many reasons. Plus, Brennan has a lot of hatred towards Sagaeos as well, and
Yep.
got to make sure that we finish all our loose ends up, because once we go against Vagardan, we may not have another chance.
Well, I mean,
Right.
again, it could provide an opportunity for that practice we were thinking about.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay, so let's wrap it up with Judith, and we'll head back to have some crab, and let's talk about what we're going to do next.
Okay. Cool. So, as you guys leave Judith's, you're able to head out and go to Giancarlos's. As you guys arrive, Mr. Dinade, you're sitting in front of a large table with a 50-pound crab claw split down the middle, cooked completely in butter. Off to the side, you
It's a
see
good thing turtles
breadsticks.
can't get fat.
You can see breadsticks. There's a salad. How much of this have you consumed before the party arrives?
Well, as a cleric, he is very disciplined, but you can tell he's probably made a few loops of the table, straightening out all the placemats and such, looking for something to do other than eat it while waiting for everyone. He wasn't expecting them to go get it, to have Homer's Iliad read to them.
Understood. Cool. So as you guys walk up, you can smell the crab, and there's people standing around outside gawking at the show of food. Giancarlos will greet you and usher you to the table. Come now, friends! Sit down and make yourself happy! We have good food, good bread, good, well, salad. And we have friendship. Make yourselves comfortable and feast well.
Amer will order, goes, Juan Carlo, I need a full bottle of Protectorate brandy.
Of course! Oh, you do know that it will be quite expensive.
Amer reaches into his coin pouch and pulls out 1,000 gold gem and flips it to Juan Carlo.
2 bottles, of course! Oh, there was a recent celebratory celebration in the Protectorate, and I got a great deal. It is marriage wine. And he will go back and bring you 2 bottles of Protectorate brandy.
Thank you, Juan. I'll put 1/2 bottle in that one.
Giancarlo. Not Juan Carlos, Giancarlos.
As his erstwhile companion procures a bottle of marriage wine, Testadene leans forward and says, well, as a cleric, I think I could probably marry you to yourself. It's the only one that could keep up with your ego.
I technically have a fiance, actually.
Oh,
She's a very
Ricard
formidable,
raises an eyebrow.
Yeah,
she's a very formidable woman.
indeed.
Oh, did I not tell you, Ricard?
I don't think you did.
I'm
Yeah, it's the first I'm hearing of it too.
I'm technically engaged to one of the orc war chiefs of Akachak.
That's how he's a warlord, yeah.
She said that she would marry me if I completed the trials that no one was able to do. And
To be fair,
I believe
all
she
of us-
said actually not marry, but take you.
yeah, take me in marriage. So I'm gonna be
that
not the one
happened.
wearing the pants and that, unless I cut her in half between now and then. But that's a totally different matter.
Yeah. Roll to save versus snoo.
Yes. But while the wedding party had started coming out of the city, we decided to make our escape.
It was a very angry-looking wedding party.
It was a very angry-looking wedding party. Maybe I should save this potion of Hill Giant Strength for that, so I might need it.
That's a good call.
Sounds like you don't need Hill Giant strength. You're going to need Hill Giant endurance.
They don't have that potent yet. I'll talk to Jimmy, see what he can do.
Is this the restaurant Brennan got thrown out of? I forgot.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Giancarlos has a very short memory that is actually canon.
Okay.
Yeah. But as far as Amer's fiance, she looks like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
What did you have to roll? What did you have to roll after that? Was it Constitution saving throw or something?
Yes.
No, it was that was like a. She said, if you do it, you take you, and so they did, and he's just like, he's oddly warming up to orcs after getting his neck almost ripped out. Kind of started going the downhill. Then afterwards, started coming back up. He's not entirely sure why he likes being, I guess, like the little twink boy.
Be
but
careful. Be careful.
And maybe because of Cecilia always yelling at him, he may have gotten a complex.
He may have gotten used to it.
Yeah, he may have gotten a complex. We're gonna go with that. The only person to ever control Aimer.
Yep. All right, cool. Well, this is a great spot because I do have someone who needs to leave, so we're going to go ahead and end it here as you guys can get another nice short rest, eating dinner all the way full of however much crab meat you'd like to eat, how much breadsticks. No one eats a salad except for maybe Day and Sweet Orange Rose, right?
Well, this is a place where he'll actually trust the salad.
Okay.
You know what? You need fiber, okay? That's where my fiber's gonna come from, is the salad. Tastes like
crab, talk like people. Sorry. No, Rose doesn't eat because I have that feature and I'm gonna use it every available opportunity. So.
Cool.
So yeah, Echo wanted to spy on the bracers, but we can't do that till tomorrow.
Right.
And then I wanted to talk about what we're going to do next, and where we're going to go.
Sure.
Well, the Rose's next plan involves stealing a ward stone of Bourbon, and she has no idea how to do that. Because she knows there's a bunch of them. She doesn't know who has what exactly, because there's different levels of ward stones. She's currently figuring out who has what, because preferably we'd want one of the master ones, but unfortunately it looks like only Cervantes, Leandro, and maybe a couple others have one of those. So yeah, that's a plan. Another thing she wants to do is steal an urn from the inside of the castle without alerting anybody. But that's a stealth mission, and our party doesn't really do stealth that well.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of
We could do it excellent if we wanted to.
it's yeah, but like it's the kind, because no, our plan of stealth is like, oh, we'll kind of try, but if it doesn't happen, oh well. Like this is a stealth mission where like if we get caught, it needs to be like a game reset, oh, save scum load load kind of thing. So she doesn't really trust the party to try and do it.
That's fair.
Yeah. Because I know we go just like, oh, shame, and then just kill everything, but this is like a kind of mission where failure is not an option.
Yep.
Because the thing is, even if we, strike down the 3 heads of the Cervantes, they've got a whole bunch of people beneath them that'll just move into the power vacuum. So how will just killing them establish you as the leader?
There's a lot of stuff that we're going to find out next time on the Spirits and Fellowship.
Yeah. Rose just smiles and just says, I'm working on it.
Yep. All right, guys. That's where we're going to end for tonight because I do have to, because I got someone who has to leave. But you guys have a wonderful 2 weeks. We'll come back and we will be back here in... let me make sure I get the date right on this for you guys. We'll be back on December 2nd for the next episode of the Spirits End Fellowship. As always, guys, if someone wants to play one of my games, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them. I do have that one shot on the 21st. There are 3 tickets still available for that. So go check that out. The tickets for that are available over at gameric.com. You can also get these awesome iris stickers, the holiday iris magnets. Sorry, not stickers, but iris magnets over on the website. And if there was a moment from the session you liked, throw the timestamp or clip into the Discord channel of the clip contest. You'll be entered to win one of these pixel dice. They're Bluetooth enabled and allow you to change the color of the lights and everything. Special effects. Really, really neat stuff. So, otherwise, guys, have a wonderful 2 weeks. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.